Good morning. Ooh, good time to stretch. Oh, excuse me. My bad. I need to drink some water. Thank you, Estroma. Let me take a little sip. Hmm. Wow, that was a big gulp of water. Whew. Okay. I was like, good morning, Zichi. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing this fine morning? I definitely started stream late. That is on me. I got extremely inspired last night. I had like a period of like no inspiration for a good most of the evening and then was suddenly inspired at 9 in the evening, and I'm like, that is probably when I should go to bed, but if I don't get these ideas out, they're not gonna happen. They're not gonna happen. And so here we are. Also, my OBS has been updated. So if there's anything wonky, the sound off, feel free to point it out. I will absolutely adjust it. Because you never know. You never know what happens with OBS updating. It's kind of difficult to predict, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Whew. Good morning, Blaster Master. Oh, thank you for the posture check, Astroma. I gotta stretch my arms. And the breathe. Let's go. A streamer is never late, honey Baggins. She arrives precisely when she means to. I wish. As if I would love to have a consistent sleep schedule right now, but the heat has absolutely messed that up for me. The heat is real rough right now. It cooled off for a little bit beginning of this week. I was like, wow, it must be cooling off. Maybe I'll start streaming in the evenings next week. Yesterday, no. Was hanging out during Gabi's debut. My place was heating up so quickly. I was like, haha, just kidding. Just kidding. I thought the temperature was going down. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. It's getting back up. Cool. Heat will do that. Oh, it will surprise you. Zuchi, I walked outside to pet my neighbor's cat. It felt like it was 95 outside. Yeah. Oh boy. So I'm probably gonna keep this stream schedule up for at least the rest of August. I'm still planning the little trip I was gonna do so that I can not burn out. So it'll be a little bit. I am gonna be streaming for the next 2 weeks at least. So for the first 2 weeks of August, I will still be here. Whew. Good morning, Emmy. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We're just warming up, chilling. I'm eating breakfast as we speak. It is beef stew again. It's great for breakfast because it's got so many vegetables and it's got beef in it, and it's easy. It's like the version of porridge, but it's more savory and salty. I like it. Let me take another sip of water. I got water and tea next to me just in case. I did a lot of talking yesterday with my stream, but afterwards as well. So I'm taking it a little easy on my throat. Pestle, thank you so much, Pestle, for the resub. Happy 21 months taking care of yourself, right, honey? I'm doing my best. I'm trying to make sure I'm eating and I'm resting. Resting is hard though. It has become too hot to work out, and so my energy is very high. And it's too hard to fall asleep early because it's very hot. And so I've been a little sleep deprived the past week or so. And so I apologize if I'm a little bit slower than usual. Myth. I should also make myself a breakfast more substantial than singular boiled egg. Perhaps. Yeah, usually just throwing that on toast is real good. Oh, I just made jam last night. Yeah, I stayed up late, had inspiration to do art, and then my brain went, let's make jam. And then I realized I don't have pectin or lemons. So when you don't have pectin or lemons when making jam, uh, this is the method I use. I could be totally wrong. A chemist would know more probably. You have to boil it longer. So it's basically just the fruit that you want and then sugar. Um, what I did is I used powdered sugar instead of regular sugar, just because it's easier to not have to worry about it breaking down and then bonding, in my opinion. But it just means that you have to cook it longer. You just got to cook it longer and let the sugar bond with the fruit. And so it's good. It's good. I haven't had a chance to eat it yet because it was cooling last night. I just put it in a jar real quick after running the jar through hot water and then sealed it. It's not a huge amount. It's enough for like maybe 3 pieces of toast. I just needed to use up some berries in my fridge. What type of jam do you make? I made what? What is the berry called? I have to look it up. I went I went on a hike with my siblings and our mom was late picking us up. So we just picked some wild berry. Is it this one? Uh let's see. Yeah, I think it's huckleberries. I made some huckleberry jam. Could have made raspberry jam, but like didn't have enough for that. You're so stunning and cute. Thank you, Urban Devil. You made jam on top art. Yeah. Last night was a time. Not long after I finished stream, my power went out again. It's hot. And so I had to sort all that out. Thankfully I didn't lose any work. So yeah. It happens. Interesting segue for your brain to go, let's do art right to let's make jam. Yeah. The bug, the creation bug was upon me. It's not what they mean by doing art jam. No, it's a different kind of art. Different kind of art. Also, Silver, thank you for the resub. Happy 39 months. Welcome on back. And Destin, thank you for the 100 shinies. Excuse me. Whew. And Destin, thank you for another 100 shinies. Your shinies, adorable Gobbo is late. Don't reward me for my tardiness. I was late. Don't reward me for that. I was meant to be streaming a half hour ago. Gonna make some jam and honey sandwiches. Ooh, I'd probably make. I was hoping that I could make, because huckleberries are real tart and like real sour. So I was thinking of making it and using it for like turkey sandwiches. I feel like that'd be real good. Or maybe like, would huckleberries go good with steak? Maybe, maybe. I don't know. I'm willing to try it. You were where you needed to be. Yeah, I was where I needed to be when I needed to be there. That's cool. My berries just a couple days ago. Ooh, sick. That's cool. Huckleberries are great. I love huckleberries. If you eat too many of them at one time though, you will get an upset tummy. And I didn't know this. Apparently they're related to blueberries, which is makes sense because I love blueberries. They're real good. Huckleberry and turkey sandwich. Never tried sweet with turkey. Sounds good. Yeah. So, raspberry jam, with turkey on a croissant with some like lettuce is real good. It's really good. I do recommend it. Put in a little cheese you want on it. Like Munster is good. Never had huckleberries? They are smaller than blueberries. Why am I saying blueberries like that? Blueberries. Blueberries. I'm tired, my accent's coming out. But they are smaller than blueberries, and they are much more sour. And so they're really good when you want something kind of refreshing. And how do I explain? Yeah, they're just like really sour blueberries, but and less meaty blueberries, if that makes sense. They're less meaty. Blueberries. Oh no, honey's become British. I've been hanging out with Jumpster too long. Well, Jumpster's not British. Jumpster's Irish. Let me eat some of my stew. This is what happens when I stay up way too late. It's so funny with my accent. The only one who has an accent as strong as mine in my family is my dad. He's got about the same accent as me, maybe a little different, but like, it makes sense. My dad's funny. My dad's a funny guy. My mom has much less of an accent. It's interesting to note the differences. If were I not afraid that my parents would accidentally dox me on stream, I would have them on there, but like I don't think they could do that. I think they could have some real fun stories, but I think they would definitely slip up with like personal information, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Can't do that, ma. Excuse me. What'd you eat? Stew. I wonder if there's a soup asset in BTS. Let me check. Soup. Soup. Nope. There's no soup asset. Let me see what they do got, though. Mostly drinks. Mostly, like, bubble tea. I could just put bread on my lap. Egg. Egg. Yummy. I thought I would eat flan. Flan's not too far off. I probably put bread on it, though, honestly. Seeing as wicked morning company. I say with only 8 minutes left in the morning. Good morning. I hope you slept well. I stayed up late because I was inspired, so I am a bit eepy. It happens. It happens. It's fine. Let me put the flan on here. It's so big. What if I put it? There we go. Now y'all know I'm eating. Dingus. One of my homies had his family on and had his first name said so many times by mistake. I was pulling my hair out so much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. I think I would be way too anxious if my parents or my siblings were there. My siblings less so because they're quick and they're a lot sharper than my parents. My parents are older and tired. And like yeah, they're so used to calling me by that by like my name, and my siblings my siblings are a little more flexible with their brain, should I say. So it's a bit of a different vibe. Bit different. But yeah, I'm eating stew right now. I think there was one more. Redeem. Meta, thank you for the ear wiggles. Good morning, Meta. Yeah. Now I'm just thinking about Sprite Pepsi. Whenever I hear about Flan, my brain instantly thinks of By Flansty Flan. Flan from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I've never watched Courage the Cowardly Dog. I think I was too young for that. Thing is, after eventually overcoming death by cake-induced suffocation from Melania for a bit, I'm doing pretty well. Nice! I love fighting Melania. It's so frustrating, but it's very satisfying when you do win. I think that goes for, like, almost all FromSoft bosses. It's just like, it's so hard, but it's so fun and satisfying when you beat them. You do still enjoy Courage now? Probably more, actually. Ah, okay. But yeah, all I can think about is Sprite Pepsi from Mabum Bam. My name is Sprite Pepsi, and I'm abstinence until I die! It's so funny. The McElroys are quite hilarious. Honey, don't say Pepsi. I'm trying to keep sugar out of me. Get some water in you. Get some water in you. Make some tea. Get some water. It's good for you. It's good for you. Currently learning Malekith's moveset. Ooh, Malekith. That is exciting. I do want to play the DLC, but because I'm going on vacation fairly soon. Sorry, I had to toss my tea bag. Fairly soon. I'm not going to start anything big. I will probably be starting... I'll probably just be working through Lies of P and trying to finish that before I go on vacation. If I don't, that's okay. We'll just play when I get back. A big bottle of water right now. Excellent. I got a nice little cup of water and a nice tall glass of, or mug of tea. And some soup in front of me. Let's go for another 4-ish minutes and then I will start doing art. So I still have to finish cutting. I wanted to show y'all the changes I made, because I made a couple small adjustments to the model PSD file. It still has to be finished cut in certain ways, but I wanted to explain it so that y'all wouldn't miss it, you know? Hey, honey, good very early morning from down underverse. Your hat is making me hungry. Good morning. It should be making me hungry too. I'm eating stew right now. How much art stuff do you bring on vacation? Usually I bring my iPad, which I have an Apple Pen for. So I have Procreate and I can use that to do art. And then I have... What else do I have? A sketchbook. Like a little one. That's about it. Mostly pens and pencils. Not too much. Dingus, I love her fight. That was in Seamless, though I'm not sure I have to fight her solo. Oh, but currently learning Malekith's moveset. Yeah, okay. So I wonder if fighting her in Seamless would be easier or harder. The rigging accurately tracking eating as well. Thank you. Thank you. I do gotta remember to eat it. Put it in my face. But yeah, I might be able to stream while I'm on vacation. But we shall see. We shall see. Because I have to check if the computer that I'll have over there will be capable of running my stuff or nah. Chapel Knight, I love Procreate, use CSP, but I'll have to buy it again. Yeah, I don't think CS Paint is really viable on anything except for computer, like on your PC. Just because it's expensive, and I think you have to pay the monthly version if you get it on your iPad. So Procreate is a one-time purchase of like $10. Then you're done. And it updates, so you're fine. I'm cooking up some lamb and potatoes in my oven right now. Ooh, lamb and potatoes. That sounds nice. Tasty. Love screwing with VTuber tech and seeing outstanding examples of VTuber tech. Yeah, it's fun. I love messing around in Live 2D. That's what we're probably gonna do today. I just had to. So today, the goal is to get to putting the file into Live 2D and editing the clipping masks. That's the goal for today. Ideally, I'll be able to do maybe an eye or an eye in the mouth, but we shall see. We're gonna figure it out, see how far we can get. The main issue I'm gonna have is as soon as I start rigging, I am going to want to do it forever. That's the tricky part. Because my brain loves to rig VTuber models. And so once it starts, it just goes. It just goes. But I have to remember that I have to eat later. I have to double check if my family is meeting up. Because my family likes to meet up on Saturdays. So I have to double check that if I'll be going. Set a timer? Yeah, the timer will be in about 3-ish hours. Miss, we gotta be here to give you a lemon. You don't have to be here to like babysit me. I'm just trying to set myself up for a better time easing out of using the program. Food and family is real important, yeah. But take a little sip. Potatoes. Rose Grabby, no. You need better nutrition than that. Streams may fill your soul, they do not fill your tummy. It always remind you too if you get too focused. Yeah, true. I chose a nice lo-fi playlist, which is just video game, but like made for cafe music. I'm gonna eat a little bit more soup and then we'll start. Nisei, good morning. Good morning to ya. How are y'all doing? How was commission work? Was it good? Did you get to have a good time? Oh, but welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Honey. Good morning. I started stream a little bit late today. So I'm just finishing up some soup. And then we're going to start going into Live 2D. this stream. I'm going to go into the Photoshop files to explain how I cut the models. We're going to do a little bit of corrections with the Photoshop files that I need to do, and then we're going to put it into Live 2D, and I'll show y'all how to start a model. This could be fun. It was fun, made a lot of progress. Nice. Oh, that's always good. It is always really satisfying when you make a lot of progress. I love it. Looking awesome today, almost like a shrine minute. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Got a little dressed up today. I joined Nisei in time to raid with him. Nice. Nice. Oh, Nisei's music choices are so good. They're so nice. I'm gonna take a little sip of my soup. But yeah, we're just waking up, starting the day. Whew, I stayed up late because I had the weather got so hot yesterday. I was so frustrated because of the heat and I couldn't do any work. And then suddenly when things started to cool off slightly, after I was talking to a couple homies, I got really inspired at 9 p.m. Meaning that I was up until about midnight trying to get the ideas out of my head so I didn't forget them. I'm glad I did, because as soon as I went to bed and woke up, I was like, I don't remember the ideas I had. So I had to write them down. Yes, I can imagine working during the night seems like a treat. It's fun. I do like it because it's when most of my creativity comes out. The downside is that is when I most need to go to bed. That is when I most need to sleep. Meta, Nisa set me on fire like 3 times last night in Gabi's stream. Oh, yeah. With the duck game. Yeah, the rubber duck simulator or something. It was very cute. Yeah, I am almost flattered that Gabi made me the most basic duck. Like the original, the OG. Wow. Incredible. Flattered. What kind of soup? Also, is flan on the menu today? Yes, you may get a flan if you want. Go to your kitchen and grab it. But the soup is beef stew. It's beef stew, and I added tofu in it to add a little more texture to it. It was quite nice. It was really good. Whew. Sushi, look, sometimes it's 1 a.m. and something comes to your brain. You gotta get it fresh out right then or else you forget. Yep. That has happened to me too many times where I have had an idea as I'm nodding off to sleep, and then I lose it. I lose it in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I'll remember it. And then I repeat it a bunch of times, and then I wake up, I'm like, it's gone. Pain. Just pain. Do you think a pool would be the last place to worry about arson? Think about the chemicals in the water. Think of all that chlorine. Isn't that flammable? Oh, little stretch. Thank you for the hydrate, DJ. Good morning. Like water through a sieve. Yeah, exactly. It's rough. Oh, broccoli. Full of flan. Oh. As if I could not eat that much flan. I've realized that, like, I don't have that much of a sweet tooth. I like fruit. I will snack on fruit plenty. But maybe that's part of, like, I have become an adult. My sugary, sweet, loving palate has shifted to a more bitter palate. Because nowadays, I don't think I can eat milk chocolate. I don't think I can eat milk chocolate. It's just too sweet. And sometimes it's, like, plasticky. Like, the texture. And I'm like, no thanks. I'll have some, like, jam on turkey a croissant. I'm thinking about it now. Oh, that sounds so good. Dark chocolate is delicious. Even as, like, a kid, I love dark chocolate. Bittersweet is great. Teth Racing. Are the videos on this human model series going to end up in a playlist on the VOD channel? I'd love to go through and rewatch them, but Twitch isn't great about that. Yes, they will be organized into a VOD playlist for y'all on YouTube. I'm a little slow to upload them. I'll probably do a stream either before my vacation or afterwards, just making VOD thumbnails so that y'all can find them a lot easier. I did lose a couple of VODs, not of the human making, but like a while back, like 4 months back. I can't remember what they were. which is unfortunate, but like it happens. You know, what can you do? Since then, I've been consistent in updating or exporting the VODs to YouTube. So they are on YouTube. They are not lost. I just have yet to publish them and make them public. So 4 months back. Yeah, 4 months back was a bit. I hope you're doing good, Nisei. Absolutely chill. Rest if you need to. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. I mean, it's dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is fine, but I'm not much of a chocolate person in general. Makes sense. Everyone's got their own taste, you know? Jonas. Or Jonaris, thank you for the 100 shinies. There's been the art escapes in ensuing chaos. Distraction shinies. Also, Umikuri, thank you for the resub. Happy 18 months. Dark chocolate is superior, especially extra dark. Extra dark chocolate is nice. It does taste like dirt after a certain point, though. I think it's like 80% it starts to taste like dirt. And you say, doing good, thanks for the words. I hope you're doing great too. I am. I'm chilling. There's a lot of things in the air right now that are making my vacation plans sort of topsy-turvy. So I'm hoping that could get solved this weekend. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Should probably go feed the horses before I lose gumption to do so. Yeah, good luck, Shad Dad. Why did I add an L in there? Shad Dad. Have fun feeding the horses. Also, Randomer, thank you for the 100 shinies. Distraction. Can't believe that worked. Can't believe that worked on me. And One Grim Goblin, thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 2 months. Welcome back. Alright, a couple more bites of my soup. Don't feel bad. I think there's a streamer that I followed for over a decade who still doesn't say my name right. Consistent, at least. What kind of soup? It's beef stew. Got vegetables and tofu in it. The head is flan. I do like the flan. It's quite jiggly. Cute. That's retro. Thank you for the 100 shinies. Did someone say distraction shinies? They are a bit distracting. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. I think I've had flan once and I thought it was mid. That's fair. That's fair. I think it's just like VTubers. VTubers are silly little creatures. I'm so excited to explain how to do rigging. Because it's one of the things I really, really enjoy doing. The downside is, the thing that I worry about when doing explanations is that I get very, very excited about the work, and sometimes I forget to explain my thought process. And so I gotta make sure I remember. I got to remember. Also, Tazboy, thank you for the breathe redeem. But and the Crazier Diamond, thank you for the posture check. If you think about it, VTubers are basically the evolution of Muppets. Yeah, they're like Muppets and wrestlers combined into one. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Victorious, I've never had good flan. I don't know if I've actually ever had flan. I've had creme brulee, but that's different. Creme brulee is different. It's much more sweet, probably, because it's got the glazed sugar on top, but then, like, flan has syrup. So I don't know. Honey, you wouldn't last in a wrestling match? I would feel bad. I would feel bad. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. Excuse me, have I got hiccups? I better not have hiccups. On my stream? No, 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 no. No hiccups. No hiccups, you. Time to drink water. What do you mean you don't want to hurt anybody? I don't like hurting people. I don't like it. It's not fun. Alright. A little bit more soup. I still have half my soup. I am gonna put it there and try to remember eating it later. Did it work out hiccups gone? I sure hope so. I sure hope they are. I would not like to be hiccuping while I'm trying to explain things. You say Honey could crush them, but wouldn't do it because she's too kind. She'll offer them healthy diets and mental health advice instead. My advice is just like, please, please, instead of this, go to bed, get some sleep. You'll be less angry in the morning. They'll beat their hearts and they'll surrender. Oh, I'll make them cry. I'll look like a sad little meow meow, just like, you wouldn't hurt a little guy. You wouldn't hurt a little guy, right? You're like twice my size. Play the little guy card. The funniest way I can do it. Just like, you wouldn't. Why would you do that? Why? I sound like Mickey Mouse when I do that. Minnie. Minnie. No, I lost it. What happened? What happened? That's so... I love that. I love that so much. Anyway, oh, I should probably get rid of the flan on my head. Be gone. Be gone, you sweet treat. Dingus, you pulled it off perfectly. The little guy bit? Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't hurt a little guy. You wouldn't hurt a little guy. You wouldn't do it. Even during her villain arc, she'd always apologize and still be super nice. I tried it. You know what? I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could be cruel. It's hard. It's real hard to do. Alright, to the arts page. Now get over here. There we go. Oh, that's too far over, actually. Too big. There we go. Alright. Gosh, sometimes I forget that the gold eyes give the uncanny, almost blue eyes. I almost forgot. Let's get the little small wings instead. There we go. Doesn't take up as much space. Art section, let's go. Let's also get the lo-fi music I was planning on listening to. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Y'all let me know, because my ears are sensitive. Quick snack to the art page. Batman transition sound of look real nice. Thank you. Yeah, so I stayed up and I forgot that I was going to do a couple toggles, and I needed a couple toggles for V Bridger. So I added a missing folder. Y'all can't see it super well. Get over here. No, I need to scooch over. So that way y'all can see. Ooh, a little too far. There we go. So now y'all can see a little bit easier. There you go. You can see the layers a little easier. Might be a little tough on mobile, so I do apologize for that. But if you're on your PC, you get to see. So I created a whole layer called missing, and it's just all the missing pieces except for the ears. Put that in the missing folder. There we go. So I created a bunch of different layers that I think were missing. I changed the nose style because I realized that the nose style would be hard to rotate if it had what it usually had. So I changed up the nose style from this like triangle shading style to a more easy to rotate nose piece. A little more symmetrical, and I don't have to worry about having to make the triangle shading disappear as the head turns. Forearms? Yeah. Yeah. Because I forgot. I looked at the design phase that I had, which was stage 1, and I planned to have 3 toggles, which is glasses, a hand toggle, which is embroidery, and anger. And so I was like, oh, shoot, I gotta add that. So, I quickly put those back in. So I added the embroidery toggle, which has strings. And the strings are going to be underneath the hand toggle. We're going to put that into the sewing folder. There we go. So now y'all can see that there's a thread here, and then it goes to the embroidery piece. And the embroidery piece is just 2 pieces really per hand, where we have, I still have them into line art separated just in case. But it's basically the hand here, and then the colors, and then we have the forearm, and then the colors underneath. And we have that for the other side too. So we're pretty much just going to make this one toggle. And with the sleeve, we're going to deform it as the toggle goes off. That way it gives the illusion of the sleeves are coming up because the arms are coming up. A lot of this doesn't require a new drawing. It requires deformation with the parameters activating. What does that mean? I will explain when I do it, because that way you won't get as lost, and then you can keep up. It'll be less confusing to show. Once again, if you have a shorter attention span like I do, this may not be the best way to learn for you. You can follow along if you want. There are people with edited tutorials that are like under 5 minutes for a lot of things. I highly recommend Dream Trove for that reason. And yeah, better for your brain if you can't focus. I also drew the shoe. I'm gonna be so for real, I am not good at drawing shoes. I literally took a shoe asset and then recolored it and colored the line art. It's not even recolored that well, but once again, most of the time you are only going to see this much of the model. So I am not too focused on the shoes. It is not part of something that I am worried about. Lucius Time, thank you for the sub. Welcome on into the tavern. And Elite Gamer, thank you for the earwiggles. But yeah, let's see. We have the missing bicep layer, because I realized I needed a bicep layer if I was going to have the arms connect well. So just added one. It still needs to be separated into lefts and rights, but there it is. I forgot as well to add an eyelid. The little eyelid crease is very nice. Why? Yeah, okay, it's just a tangent with the hair. It helps to give the eye a little bit more depth if the eyes have eyelids. Like you can even see in this model. You can see the eyelids when I blink down. It also has eyeshadow. I don't know if I'm going to add eyeshadow. I don't think it's necessary, but it's something I can add on later. And I can show y'all how to add it on later. We'll see what it looks like without it. We also have the nose blush, the shade for the nose, the light for the nose, and the nostrils. So next up, the thing that I forgot was glasses. I forgot to put on the glasses. That's on me. But yeah, so there's the glasses. What I also did is I adjusted the head base. I adjusted the chin a little bit, so that means I gotta replace the piece itself. Next up is the anger lines. I have to separate these into 2 pieces where there's a little bit of a scrunch. I think the color might need to be adjusted, because if I do it on this model, you can see the little bit of scrunch between my eyes. That's what happens. That's what I am drawing this for. I think I'm gonna need to adjust that a little. Yeah. Also, what I did, where is it? Oh yeah, I drew the hand piece that was missing. Ta-da! Because I forgot to draw that. I gotta clean that up. There we go. You Goblin Race is so expressive and florid. Thank you. I made it myself, Swahili. Or Swahili. Mythos and fine shoes, I say. Thank you. I don't feel like they are, but I'm glad that they look like it. Hi, Jay. Good morning. Ah, yes, the confusing witchcraft that is model rigging. Yep. But yeah, we did the hand. Next up, is something that I added in. Let's change the layer of anger. It's something that I added in afterwards because I was like, I want to make sure they're visible. I added in elf ears. Thought it'd be fun to add an elf ear toggle where I could keep the expressiveness and sort of show y'all how I do it, if that makes sense. Question, will you be having flan later? Nah, I will not. But yeah, so I drew in elf ears. So we're going to add those in later. What I also forgot to add in with for the Bee Bridger mouth was cheeks. Because when you hold your breath or puff your cheeks up, that shows up. So you need the cheek lines to show up while you're doing it. The other thing I forgot to add was the tongue. So I just had to draw it, and that's pretty much all I needed for it. So those are all the missing pieces that I for sure missed. There will probably be more as I make the model, because sometimes that's just part of the process. You realize you're missing pieces later on. So for now, we just do our best to try to think of the usual things that I miss and add them in before we start the rigging process. Are you and Gabi using the same brain cell at the same time? Maybe. Maybe. Why? What makes you say that? What are your elf ears here? Secrets. Many secrets. You got no job yet? Not yet. That my place got too hot last night, and I was like, I'm too tired to do anything. I gotta chill. And so I did. I'm gonna get a little sip of my tea. Once again, let me know if the music is too loud, because in my ears, it is quite noisy. Did I just see brat mode activate? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Think this is okay for us? Good. Perfect. Now, before I continue, let me just think real quick. Am I missing anything? You know what? Maybe I will add eyeshadow, just to be safe. So we're going to add eyeshadow. And it's pretty simple. I'll show you how I add eyeshadow. So you can do this different ways and in more complexities. I'm going with the simplest method. Earrings? I do have earrings already drawn into them. I can show y'all in a little bit. Gabi and Honey are like Piccolo and Dragon Ball. One spawned the other. I'm just not sure which is the original. Also, they both came good. You'll never know. You will never know. So we're going to start with the color black. Let's also put this little white layer here. So we have the white layer. We're going to draw eyeshadow. We're just going to start from the inner crease to the outer. And then we can adjust it however we want. So usually if your eyes are relaxed, you want more of the eyeshadow showing in your design. For me, I like to just draw it underneath the eyelash, because that way I can adjust it in Live 2D whenever I please. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I like Animal Crossing. So we're just going to make it this color for now. And then we're going to select the shadow. We're going to lock the pixels that are transparent. Fill. See what we missed. And then we're going to add a highlight. So the highlight will probably make this color. And we're just going to put it at the highest point of the eyelid. So the point that sticks out from the eye profile wise. So usually that's like right in the center. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to blur it a little bit. I'm going to use the fingertip blur. something like this. Now, I think I made it a little bit too bright, so we're just going to turn down the opacity on that. There we go. That'll do. And so if we want to test what this looks like, all we have to do is find the eye layer, features, and then bring it underneath them. So you won't normally see it until the person blinks, and then it'll have that texture behind it. Now, is that the colors that I want? You can adjust colors in Live 2D with a little less precision than in Photoshop or Clip Studio, but it is still possible. I think maybe if I add it as a brown eyeshadow, that could be good. How confident would you feel in a building of anthropomorphic wolf cyborg? Just curious. Probably not very confident because I don't know how to interact with them. I don't know their customs, you know? I don't know what they do to be polite. I don't know what they do in their spare time, you know? I'm just unfamiliar. I always get a little nervous when I'm in an unfamiliar location. Saving recovery information. Destin, thank you for the 200 shinies. Giving more shinies, and then I'm going to try to nap because I'm a functioning adult and can nap instead of being responsible and facing my chores and challenges. It'll be okay, Destin. You chill. Thank you for the 200 shinies. But also, Tony, thank you for the resub. Happy 21 months. Welcome back. Smells looking beautiful. Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure it out. Because for me, I have a darker color for sure. Maybe instead of this color, Control U, we're going to make it a little bit more brown, not pink. Put it back here. What if we up the saturation, make it darker? I don't know if I like that. I use the liquify tool to help. Does that help it a little bit? I think it might look better without the eyeshadow, or if I make it, what if I just make it this color for now? So this is the color of the skin. So if I just make it darker and up the saturation, it looks a little too yellow. This is the problem of not being good with makeup. So, maybe I'll just leave it for now. I feel silly in how I never realized clovers have flowers, but they're pretty. Yeah, I love clovers. Yoo-hoo Koyodel, thank you for the hydrate. But I wish they gave us more updates or DLC for New Horizons. Yeah, it's a cute game. And I think it's one where I will get bored of it eventually. Just because of how it's made, you know? And how it's designed. It's not really, it's more of a, is it a city building game? I don't know if I'd call it a city building game. I liked the chores more than the actual city building part and the villagers of the game. They were kind of boring because if my brain's thought like, okay, if I live in this place and this is all the neighbors would say, I would be so bored of them. They have like, it feels like they have 3 things to say with just a variety, like a small variety of flavors, if that makes sense. Bonaka, I think there was a thud here. I'm gonna check. Yeah, because I didn't hit my mic, so check if something fell. Art with these tunes are soothing. Yeah, they're really nice. But yeah, so that's mainly it. I was missing a couple pieces, and now we got them. Now we get to chill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these missing pieces folders, copy, go here. Actually, save this. I forgot to turn on the save redeem. Put them in here. There we go. So now you can see all the things that I was missing before. Grab this white layer too. Beautiful. So yeah, you can see how the nose was different. I changed the nose to be slightly different now. Presumably compared to the player character who's never said anything. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to play Animal Crossing again because now that I have a better idea of what it is, maybe I would enjoy it a little bit more. But part of it is it came out at the perfect time of the Panini. And in a time where I wanted a routine, it very much gave me one. It gave me a very nice routine where I'd wake up every morning, play like an hour of Animal Crossing, and then go to work. Excuse me. Seeing this is making me also want to create, but I don't know if I should art or write. Ah, flip a coin. Flip a coin, and you will know which one you want to do midair. And if you don't, congratulations, the coin chooses for you. That's the lovely thing about it. So I just have to finish labeling a couple things. So we're done the features. The irises are labeled. Perfect. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this nose here. Because we have a new nose that I like a lot more. So you see all these layers have the word copy in them. I have to label them so they will appear in the proper art mesh. So let's do that really quick. I'm gonna focus and adjust that real quick. Myth, but I want to do both simultaneously and I don't have the mental capacity to do that. That's the rough one, is when you want to do both, because the honest answer is you cannot do both at the same time. Okay. Alright, head baseline. Head base shade. Make sure it's capitalized so I just like it capitalized. Head base. Stop capitalizing the A's, honey. Alright, let's see. Put it into the folder it's supposed to go into. This takes a little bit of time. So yeah, this is the more tedious side of making models. So if I delete this, now you can see the head base is there, but the new one is right here. So I'll put the new one on top of the old one and I can show y'all the difference. The difference is that small. The new one is the layer above. It's the above layer. So all we're doing is just making the jaw slightly smaller. See what I mean? It's a very small adjustment. Like, a lot of people would not notice, but I'll know. And this is my model, so I know. I've saved your work. Good idea. What? No. Okay, if I press save. Layer, sorry, there's a little pop-up that says layer or layer information not compatible with this format is contained. These layers will be rasterized and part of the layer information will be lost. Also, effects applied to folder will not be reflected. Do you want to proceed? Yes, I'm pretty sure I understand what it's saying. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it is what I think it is. So Photoshop files don't usually have the colored layer effect on the layers over here. Let me turn on this. There we go. They don't usually have this layered color thing. So it's like, yeah, this start part won't be saved in this Photoshop file when you reopen it. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Aso-san, your character model looks like it saw something and was shocked and surprised at what it saw. Also, hello, I guess. How's everyone been going? Hey, it's going pretty good. We're just vibing. Have you saved your work recently? Kurokage Rai, thank you for the sub with Prime. Welcome back. Happy 17 months. Myth, I'm still working through a period of writer's block though, so I might focus on the art right now. The hands, they beckon to me. Go ahead then. Become a master of the hands. Okay, so the iris is done. As you can see, the iris is finished. Wait. Wait a minute. Not this one. There we go. Honey, are you a perfectionist? Kind of, yeah. And it impedes me. Being a perfectionist is really rough because it can keep you from completing the work in a timely manner. Which sucks, because you want to complete it in a timely manner. There we go. Man, look at the eyes without it. Interesting. Actually, let's see. Go to the irises, honey. Iris down here. Shade, and then the base. Okay, we're going to copy these. And we're going to adjust this because I want to add a little more detail to the eyes. This one is the lower light R. All right, then we'll delete this one. And this is the shade of the iris, which is fine. Merge selected layers. And then I'm missing one file. There we go, iris line. I want to keep the iris lines separate. Iris line. Okay. This is the tedious part. This one is the shade. There we go. We're going to clean this up. Go. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Delete this one. Delete this one. Delete this. Which version of Sinnoh Gen 4 soundtrack do you like better? Diamond, Pearl Platinum, or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? I have never heard of either of them. I don't play Pokemon. Domigus, yeah, it's kind of an elf-human form for a goblin. Also, Shadow King Guts, thank you for the resub for 23 months. Will this model be used soon? It probably won't be used until it's done, so that might take a little bit more time, but I do plan on using it when it's finished, so maybe in fall. We'll see. Oh, I'm so excited for autumn. It's my favorite season. It's when everything cools off and everything tastes good. It's great. And I can layer up my clothes. I can dress so good. Please screenshot the face of those eyes. This one. This one, Dingu. You can absolutely screenshot it if you want. I have to find the layers. I'm too excited for Ara. I'm so excited. I'm blending in with humans? Exactly. This is my human suit. Exactly. What would streaming with an incomplete model be like anyways? It would just move weird. It wouldn't really move properly. So it would look broken. That's okay. You can absolutely do that. Iris line. Yep, lower light. Perfect. We'll get rid of this one because we don't need it. And then we have the iris fill. Call this iris fill R. There we go. Okay. And we're missing... We're missing a layer. It looks cute without this, though. Where is the second highlight? Nope. There we go. Lower highlights. I think I deleted that layer by accident. Yeah. Delete that. Lower highlight underscore R. So once again, when you are formatting layer names for Live 2D, you cannot have spaces. You got to put underscore. Otherwise, it will give you a different name for the layer, which is very frustrating and very time-consuming to fix. For this iris line, though, I think I want to stretch it a little bit. Because you can see the color bleeding out of the line art. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Stretch it slightly. Perfect. Yippee! You have to play Diamond and Pearl and Platinum and Brilliant and Diamond and Shining Pearl, all the great games. Those were a lot of gem words. Those were a lot of gem words, for sure. Citizen Not, thank you for the breather, Deem. What if you just put in space in brackets? I mean, you could, but that would be so many more characters. There is a character limit for the art mesh names. So when you glue pieces together so they don't break, the names combine themselves. So if your names are too long, you cannot export the model. And here's the thing, it won't tell you that. You won't learn that until you try to export it and it fails. There are many reasons an export can fail, and a lot of the times Live 2D does not tell you why. So you have to preemptively go, okay, these are the ways it can fail, here's how I avoid that, before you start messing around with it. Bloodhouse, thank you for the posture check. Ugh. Excuse me. It's good to know, yeah. I will do my best to tell y'all all the usual pitfalls that I have fallen into when it comes to making models. I can't account for all of them, but I can count for the ones I've experienced. Thought we were talking about Legos, I got scared. No. We're talking about models. Alright, so we've done the headband layer. Yep. The features are mostly done. I have to do the mouth. Upper lip lipstick. Here we go. Okay. So we've done the outer mouth. Perfect. That's done. Now the inner mouth. Prepare for horror. Look at it. Look at that. Look at her mouth. Oh my gosh. So if I unclip all of these layers, they are mostly labeled. That is what it looks like. I think these are separated pretty well. I don't think I really need to do much rendering there, because even when I have a flat looking mouth like this, you don't really need to render it. One thing I might... Actually, I can change the color in Live 2D. We'll just change the color in Live 2D there, because I can adjust it on the fly. So this is the upper teeth line art and color layer, so we're going to merge these. Same thing with the lower teeth. Then inner tongue, same thing. Back teeth, they are not separated into left and right. So back teeth, right. We're going to merge these. Grab this. So that's the right side. And this is the left side. Technically, I could just get one and duplicate it in Live 2D, but I don't want to mess around with the placement. It's just easier if I make this for the inside of the mouth. Throat, already labeled. Mouth bag, already labeled. Alrighty. And then we'll just put that there, back in there. Turn them back on. There we go. That's what the inside of her mouth looks like. What I might do is add a small detail where I'm going to grab this, make it slightly darker. Maybe like -7. That way there's the illusion of shade in the teeth. Now we're going to grab a blur tool and just very gently blur it. Don't need to do too much, just a little bit to soften the effect. And now, if it is inside, is that good? I don't think so. I think it looks better. Oop. I think it looks better like this. A little flat, but that's okay. How did I do it with mine? Let me see. How did I do it with mine? It's slightly darker, but it's not a huge difference. I think it's fine. We're going for simple anyways with this model, so not a huge deal. Kind of horrifying? A little bit, yeah. Making models is a little horrifying, for sure. Fall to your heart. Thank you for the 100 shinies. Oh look, it's the time. It's gobbler. It's gobbling time. Alright, the upper teeth. We're just gonna leave it like that. Now that's a winning smile. Yeah. Yeah. But the upper lip looks like this. So you can kind of visualize what it'll look like when she opens her mouth. Yeah, something like that. It's so funny seeing my face as a human. It's interesting. I like it quite a bit. Oh, a little more stretching actually. Furious, yeah, it's a honey human. No more yellow teeth, no. So, fun thing to consider. Ugh. A lot of the times, unless you're drinking a lot of coffee or smoking a lot, your teeth won't be this yellow. Design-wise, you can usually make them the same color as your eye whites, but because, for me, goblins have slightly off-colored eye whites, so the teeth would also have that. You know, it also helps so that you don't have a pure white on your already colorful model, because it can be quite drastic. Like this is a slightly, just slightly off white. If you look here, it is, you can see it right up there. It is just slightly off white. Not enough really to make a huge difference. Some people may find it's different and be more comfortable with a much less pure white. But that's okay. No yellow teeth? No. This human have white teeth and white eye whites. Like 1/2 shade off white. Yeah, it's just slightly off white. Okay, looks like the mouth is done. Lash. Sclera. Did I fix that? Slash R. There we go. Okay. So for this one, let's grab this and fix that. The underlash and overlash. Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright, remember to save. Spooks. I like to design teeth being a kind of gray with some light browning, because pure white is just wild. Yep, I agree. Ugh, from a design perspective, it makes sense, but I think we as humans like to imagine teeth as being almost too perfectly white. Yeah, teeth are not perfectly white. There's this, like, I don't know how old the advert is, but, like, I think Crest would usually go like, oh, hold the white tissue up to your teeth. That's how white you want your teeth to be. It's like, no, 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 no. No, that is not the color you want your teeth to be. Yes, you want to brush your teeth. You don't want to have them bleached white. That's really bad for them, I'm pretty sure. Because you can have healthy teeth and they will not look white. That is the thing. Healthy teeth do not look pure white. It is not a good standard to have. Excuse me. Sorry, I hope I didn't cough into mic. Bones are not white. They never have been. No, bones are not white. Bones are like, they're this off-white, almost yellowy, like very slightly yellow color. I want to shrink my model a little bit so you can see chat a bit better. There we go. You can also see the layers a bit better if I'm a bit smaller. You know, ivory. Ivory is its own separate color, yeah. Spooks, hey, thanks, folks. Also, how do you do? This might be the first time I've talked here. Character design and art concepts are fine. They are. I love character design and art concepts. I'm not in super strong with character design, but, like, I still enjoy it. The theory is very nice. Okay, so we are not going to actually, for the shoes, shoe underscore R. And for the shoe down here, I am just going to merge it into one layer. I don't think it needs to be separated into too many pieces because this is a very simple model with minimal body movement. Spiderpool, thank you for the hydrate. Bones are only bright white if they're plastic or have been bleached from donations. Yeah, your teeth aren't supposed to be that color. Wait, what am I doing? Turn off bangs. Body. Here we go. I want to get rid of the shoes, the old shoe line art. There we go. Perfect. These are the legs. We'll deal with that later. We'll go in order. Sorry if this is the more tedious part of the process. Here y'all can see more of the layers. What I will do is shrink this a little bit. There we go. Alright, turn off the missing layers for a second. Okay, I see. Yeah. So, let's go up here. We're gonna do the bangs next. Alright, so we are going to adjust this. So there are a couple ways to cut the bangs. I'm going with this version is slightly less efficient, but I'm not worrying about that too much. Love your model, Goblins are the best. Thank you, Zale. Save, yes. I was like, why can't I move anything? It's saving. What's your absolute favorite and least favorite part of rigging a model? Favorite part is rigging the face. That is my favorite part. And testing it. Least favorite part is drawing the feet. Least favorite part is definitely drawing the feet. Like, rigging it is fine. The hard part for me comes with rigging the rest of it, if that makes sense. Like, drawing the pieces is difficult. All right, we're gonna cut this. And then we're going to blend the top here to soften it. This is the shade, right? No, this is the light. All right, merge selected layers. And now it's all one piece. I think that's why I fell in love with more monstrous creatures. Less physically realistic, but somehow more honest in a way to communicate our less than perfect minds. Yeah. I find I like designs that are a lot less human. I like human designs, don't get me wrong. But ones that are less human have less chance of being Uncanny Valley. Alright, bang one. This one. Just gotta clean up a couple things. There's so, like, if you look here, there's a little bit peeking out here. So we want to clean that up. We want to make sure that these are all cleaned up. Another way to test is to go to the not this one. Where is it? Layer property, search layer, animation cells. Oh, I guess it's not there right now. Where did it go? Color mixing, align, navigator, subview, information. No, where did it go? I need that. Oh, here we go. It's in layer properties. We're going to give it an outline. So you can see, let me turn up the outline more. You can see that it's fairly clean. There's not a whole lot missing or little specks poking out, so I don't need to clean it very much. So let's turn that off. Let's test it for this one. Ah, see. If you look here, there's some pieces sticking out of the line art. So we're going to clean that up real quick. Using the outline to find an error in pixel is such a clever idea. Yeah, it's very good for cleaning up art pieces. I do recommend people try it if they're making a model. Yeah, okay, not seeing anything else. Good. All right. Turn that off. And then we're going to merge layers. This is bang one. And then we have the one bang piece. All right. Next up. Bang strand. Okay. Looks pretty clean. Okay. And then we're going to turn that off. I do want to... It's missing a couple things here. Clean this up a little bit so it doesn't leave the line art. And then we can... Don't need that little tail bit. There we go. And now we merge it. Now it's one piece. You can see how tedious it kind of is to do model cutting, you know? Spooks, thank you for the 100 shinies. Well, I've got some chanterelle to cook. Oh, chanterelle. Ooh. Gotta be a cool person. Now I'm leaving you with these Twitch donuts as thanks. Doritos as thanks. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I do appreciate it. Also, Parkour Game, thank you for the 100 shinies. Very pretty. Thank you. Faceless Honey kind of creepy. Oh, yeah. The model making process can be extremely cursed. So it's fun. It's fun. But yeah, it's one of those trust the process moments. All right, next up, hair clip. What is this? Okay, that's the base. All right, looks pretty clean. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wait. Ah, not this one. This one, I need to clean up a slight bit. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm not going for absolutely perfect. I am just going for cleaner. Also, remember not to merge your layers while you have that white on the layer effect, because it will merge it with it and you'll be stuck with it. Alrighty, merge the hair clip. Cursed honey model when? I think I would make a cursed model at any point, but do I want to make a cursed model is the question. Oh, let me stretch. Oh, my back. Oh. Marshmallow Mountain, thank you for the 24 months. Happy 2-year anniversary to you. Is this your Star Wars honey? Miraluka honey? Miraluka? I haven't heard of them. But yeah, no, this is my human model. Also, Crovenant, thank you for the resub. Happy 17 months. Welcome back. I like how meticulous you are with your work. I'm the same way. Thanks. There's a certain point where I have to stop being super meticulous and just gotta get things done. Okay. Side bang layer. So normally I check these for the hair layer and the head layers. Those are the big ones because those ones you want those to be polished. Of all of the model pieces, you do want those to be polished. Okay, not bad. I'm not seeing any breaking. Yeah, all right, perfect. Excellent. This one is side bang R. All right, now what is that? Okay, it's part of the side bang L. So we're gonna see, I saw it now, but this is why I would have this. Because then I could see, hey, there's a piece part of this layer that is way outside where I want it to be. So we're gonna leave that. Because otherwise it'll affect the mesh. You don't want it to affect the mesh. See, there's this too. Things that are coming outside of the line art. Get rid of this. Anything breaking? Nope, not really seeing anything. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this though. Gabi doing bone wizard things. I see. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Haha. Did it work? Nope, this is not it. That is not who I meant to shout out. Let's see. Dismiss. Oh, it's Bislala VT. I forgot she had VT. Anyway, check out Gabi. Because Gabi just debuted her summer model yesterday. It is... The one I'm looking for is Miss Lala is live right now. Yeah, it's Miss Lala VT. That's the one. Ah, thank you, Gabi. You beat me to it. But yeah, Miss Lala is doing a charity right now. And Gabi is on it. But it is for... I'm trying to remember the names. I think it's for dog rescue charity. Because right now she's doing a special event with a whole bunch of other VTubers, so check them out. Also, CJ, you busted. Thank you for the resub. Happy 9 months. Welcome on back. Ugh. Happy stream, baby, to you. And Pearl Knights, thank you for the earwiggles. And McBo, thank you for the gifted sub to Gabi. Yeah, just got off. It's for the Sato Dogs of Puerto Rico. Yeah. It's to help the pups. It's a good charity. As far as I can see, it's a very nice charity. Because, like, I'm sure Miss Lala could explain it better than I could. But I think they help to take care of abandoned dogs in Puerto Rico. It's an amazing charity? Yeah. Ooh, a little stretchies. I'm still a little sleepy, but that's okay. Alright, side bang. Alright, there's that. Now we're on the blush layer. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these into the blush line art. Oh, it's already separated. Yippee! Good for me. This is blush line. Perfect. And this is the blush base. I want to capitalize that. Mad at EP Humvity? Yeah. I was sleepy. It's because I stayed up late doing art. That happens. I decided to see this model go. It's beautiful. Angel honey fits because you're angelic in behavior. Thank you. It's not going to be gone for a while. It is going to be staying for a while. So don't sweat it. You're okay. Ooh. Lies, you stayed up late jamming. That's true. I did stay up late. I made jam. It was good. It was good jam. All right, we've done the blush. Now we have the side hair here. You say yawn too? Twizzies! Yippee! No! Dang it! Kurokage, thank you for the breather, team. Also, Jedi, it was Huckleberry Jam. Oh, there's a piece. Taha! There's some pieces. But yeah, it was Huckleberry Jam. My siblings and I, we went on a hike. Our mom was late picking us up. And so we just went into the bush and went, let's pick huckleberries. Because why not? So I ended up with a bunch of huckleberries. And I just made them in a jam. Because I want to eat them with turkey. Alright, I think that's all the pieces. Let's change the color because it's on a white background. One sec. Let me change the white background. We're going to make it gray. Does it stick out there a little bit? Okay. There we go. Yawning is a sign of relaxation. Is it? I thought it was a sign of sleepiness. Oh, I love that sleepy emote I got. Demon Honey was just plain hot. Oh, I thank you. Yeah, it was a good aesthetic. The downside is I couldn't be evil to back it up. I had the look. I did not have the attitude, unfortunately. Alright, am I missing anything here? Nope. Okay. Excellent. Side hair. Alrighty. Perfect. There's a one. And here we go with the next one. We're almost through at the head, and then we can speed run the rest of it very easily. Okay, any missing pieces? No. Perfect. Same thing with this one. No, we're good. Excellent. Look at how cute this short hair is. Got so many earrings. Do you have the Smash Bros music in your playlist? This is this is a YouTube video. It's called Video Game Music You Get Away With Playing Over a Coffee Shop Speaker. It's pretty good. Just pretty good. Nisei, thank you for the posture check. Great idea. I'm actually going to stand up and stretch my hips. Good stuff. Myth, you can't yawn when the muscles in your jaws are too tense. And when you yawn, it's a release of all that muscles in your jaw. Oh, okay. This brawl music is so nostalgic. It's chill. Why has Twitch become a TikTok clone? Everything's trying to become TikTok. It is frustrating because I feel like people's attention spans are just getting shorter and shorter with technology, and let me scooch my chair up. And it's frustrating because content creators thrive, especially ones who can make TikToks really quick. But art takes a long time. Art and content are not the same thing. They can overlap. There's absolutely some overlap, but art takes time. Art, animation, 3D modeling, that stuff takes a lot of time. And for people with short attention spans, it is harder and harder for them to engage and enjoy media if it cannot hold their attention. So I worry that we'll get to a point where people will just not be able to consume media and will be unhappy consuming media, if that makes sense. Let me see. How nice how nice one can notice how you make yourself comfortable in your chair. Yeah, you can see how I shuffle my chair back and forth. Definitely. Goodman, speaking of ideas, I've always wanted to make a piece that makes armor fashionable, like heavy armor being just heavy clothing, fashionable, but also, you know, it's armor. Oh, do I have a good example for you? Look up Zentrea Met Gala, 2016, I think it was. Is it 2016? Or it was Zendaya. Zendaya Met Gala. You can look up Met Gala armor. Because that is a very good one. It's probably my absolute favorite outfit she has ever worn. It's so gorgeous. It makes armor very, very fashionable. This song is No More What Ifs from Persona 5. Hi, Gog. It's kind of weird. Pop movies have gotten longer in turn. Really? Hmm. We got some Slender Honey right here. Just nothing. No face. Bum, 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 bum. Great, man. Quick question. So I've been making multiple art pieces of my OCs, and one of my friends pointed out that the hair lacks volume. Any quick tips on how to add volume to the hair? Make it bigger. You can literally control T it until it is the volume you like. So a lot of the times when making characters, I can actually turn this all back on. Notice how much hair there is to the face. This is a thing that VTubers do where, if you think about it, no one's head really looks like this in real life. Not without a lot of styling and a lot of the times wigs. So look at how much head there is for this model. It is a whole lot. Normally, there would be a lot less at the bangs, but control T-ing it can just make it bigger until you get an estimate of how much volume you want, and then you can draw over it. I was in Dan, not Zentrea. Yeah, my bad. My bad, Dodgy Tactics. I said the wrong one there. Talking about armor and fashion, I don't know you, but I absolutely love modern clothing mixed with fantasy designs. Yeah, I like it too. It's a good aesthetic for me. All right, so we finished the bangs, I think. Turn it back on. There we go. We finished the blush and the side hair, the headband. That's the liner. So headband, perfect. And we can put that in here. There we go. Now it's all in one layer, and I can turn it all off. All right, next part. Head base, line art. I really like to keep this separate. If you have to separate the line art from any of the pieces, please separate it from the head base. The reason for this, I'll explain after the saves, is because when the mouth opens up and there's the upper lip mask. Where's the lower lip? See this lower lip mask? I'll make it darker so y'all can see. This lower lip mask covers the inside of the mouth. We really don't want this showing up. So we want to be able to slide the mask underneath the head base line art and the shade of the head. That way it seamlessly fits. So keeping the line art for the head base separate is so important for this. But yeah, just wanted to make sure that was clear. And I must go back to that grind. Have fun arting. Take it easy, Meta. Thank you for being here. You have a good one. Have a good shift. Somebody with a goatee. You can do characters with a goatee, absolutely. I don't think it would suit my style personally. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we have the head base shade. The head base shade looks like this. I actually might make it a little bit wider. So let's turn on the... I gotta copy this real quick. Grab this. Grab that. Paste. There we go. We're gonna put this onto the clean. So now I have the symmetry tool activated. Head base shade, we are going to put it around this part of the head too. Yeah, I think we want to do that. And then we're going to blur it a little bit. There we go. Now it surrounds the head. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to clean up this shape a little bit. Actually, that shape's already pretty clean at the bottom. But yeah, that's what the shade on the face is going to do. All right, we did the line art. Did the shading. It's saving. Surely wanted to slay with the ability to slay at any moment. I don't have beads. I don't slay anything. Alright, one thing I do want to fix up is this one. There's a little chunk of the head missing. Once again, have to check if there's anything outside of the lines. Looks pretty good. I think I just gotta clean up this corner a little bit. Make it a little smoother. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Next up, same thing with this. Double check that everything is good there. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything breaking. Okay. So we're done the head base. Now we get to the horrors. The even more horror stuff of VTuber making. Slays and slay girl slays and eliminate an enemy since she's in armor. Oh, gotcha. I understand now. Oh, I'm so sleepy and relaxed. Oh no. Alright, we have the earrings. They're all on one layer. Get rid of the ruler. So, we are only going to do one of them. And get rid of this. Because remember, we're going to duplicate these in Live 2D. Horrors? What horrors? I only see normal here. Yeah, this is definitely a normal art stream. For sure. For sure, for sure. So, we're going to separate these into 4 pieces. First, once again, check that it doesn't break. Yep. No breaking. No breaking. Perfect. Merge the earrings layers. So now it's all in one layer. And we are going to grab this earring drop R. Earring. It's going to be earring heart. Earring heart. R. I do apologize. This is the most tedious part of making a model. It's just time consuming. So there's earring. We'll call this earring cuff 2. R2. There we go. Earring cuff R2. Earring cuff R1. There we go. For the ears, I can also just... No breakage. Good. No breakage. No need to apologize. I'm here to learn. Okay, good. Dodgy tactics. I'm glad. So yeah, we'll just merge these. I'm going to call these human ears. We'll call them ears human, actually. Ear human R. Because this is a human ear. What I will say is this should be brown. There we go. Alright, that's the ear. And now, the hair back. Whew, save the work. This Twilight Town theme, it's nostalgic. Yep. Oh, no, wait, no. It was Traverse Town from Kingdom Hearts. And now it is Wigs from Miitopia. Nope. It's Bartender DS. Next one is Wigs from Miitopia. Cat, thank you for the hydrate. Myth. No horrors here. Only normal human activities. Human activities, for sure. For sure. Yeah. This is what model making looks like. Alright, there's the ahogi. Alright, looks clean. Ooh, a little bit of breakage here. Aha, I see you. There we go. Gotta change that a little bit. Okay, we can merge these ones. This is the ahogi. Then we got R1. Perfect. Now, this is where I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Because the line art here overlaps the pieces, I'm going to keep the line art and the color separate for the hair pieces here. Do I still have to separate them left and rights? Oh, thank goodness. No, I already did that. I think. No, I didn't. Okay, I just did with the top 2. Gotcha. Okay, so there's R1. And then... layer properties. There it is. Anything breaking? Nope. Okay. So we're gonna kind of this R1 fill. Merge selected layers. Now we have the R1 and the fill layer. Alright, looks good. L1 fill. L2. Now this one I have not separated into lefts and rights. That's okay. I think actually... Oh, perfect. Oh, yes. I love this. Delete. So we're just going to do these, and then we're going to duplicate them after we've done physics and everything, and put them on the other side. So this one is... This was actually R2. There we go. You met the voice of SpongeBob? Tom Kenny, I think it is. Cool. Hope it was a good experience. I think I'd be too afraid to meet people that I like out in public. That may sound a little strange to say, but people I look up to intimidate me a lot. And I'm always afraid that they'll be too tired to interact. Because, like, if I have a bad experience with them in that, like, they're tired and they're low energy and they're not very friendly, it's like, I can't even blame you for that. If I had the same thing, I would probably get really, really exhausted. An animatic of SpongeBob stuff, so you want to see? Yeah, you can absolutely share it in the Discord. R2, oops, 2, fill. R3. And then R3 fill. I think I already merged this. Perfect. All right, that's good. Last one, R4. And R4 fill. I just gotta, whoop, not that one. Gotta blend this one. What happened there? Oh, it's blur. Some of that. Gotta fix this. Think that's good? Yeah, passable. Nothing breaking there. Okay, cool. And those are the back hair pieces. Okay, next up, body. And then the missing pieces. Then we're good to go. I enjoy your halos. Looks badass. Thank you, Jimix. Or Jexmix. That's completely fair. The whole never meet your heroes thing. Personally, though, I don't think it's never meet your heroes. And more, don't set your expectations of your heroes so high that when you meet them, they don't live up to those expectations. People are just people. No one is perfect. Yes. Exactly. I agree. Gotta keep in mind that people are people. No one's gonna be able to meet your expectations if you set them really high, you know? If they're unrealistic. Alright, next up is the body. I think we are mostly almost ready. The bow. Gem, that's the line art for the gem. This is a simple model, so we're gonna merge the gem. There we go. Gold. Ooh, I forgot that I gotta put in... there we go. I forgot that I gotta choose that gold color. Gold. There we go. A little bit of gold light here. I think that's pretty good. Maybe make it a little bit more drastic here. There we go. Merge the gold layer. Double check that nothing's breaking. Yep, that's good. Excellent. Now for the ribbons. I don't think I need to separate the ribbons too much. I am going to use the duplication trick though. This is the bow 1. Nice. This bow 2, strings, and the ribbon under here. Nope, nothing breaks there. I can clean it up a little bit here. Oh, I forgot to remove that. Selected layers. There we go. Okay. What else? I was happy to meet some of my favorite voice actors IRL. Peter Cullen, Frank Walker, Patricia Somerset, Charles Andre Martinet, and some of my favorite and memorable interactions. Nice. No worries, Blood Asp. I once let Lydia Morano, someone who wrote for some Gargoyles episodes. She shopped at the market I used to work at. She even gave me an autograph in a cup shaped like Brooklyn next time I saw her. Oh, that's lovely. That's so nice. Would you ever stream the old school Mario games or get someone to coach you? Mario games were never something that I had while I was growing up, and it never really appealed to me too much. I might play them, but I don't know if platformers are really my thing. Hi, Raccoon Riot. Good morning. Unless you're a trucker. Truckers are gods. They could go across the entire U.S. on half a cup of coffee and a can of beans. They should not have to, but they are. It's a skill. It's a skill that I do not have to be able to drive that long. Oh, Hollow Knight playlist, my beloved. Okay, it doesn't look like it breaks. String. I'm gonna clean this up a little. Looks good. Okay, So we're going to take this string layer, string R, and we're going to delete this. Enter Hollow Knight, Dirtmouth? Dirtmouth. I love Hollow Knight. I think... Oh, I want to play it again. Oh, but I have so much work to do. Bow R2. Bow R1. There we go. And there's the bow. Those are all the pieces. Oh, wait, I forgot to separate left and right with that one. So you can see everything still looks polished, but you are missing some pieces, and that is intentional. It's because we want to rig these, do all the physics, and then duplicate it so that we don't have to do it again. So we don't have to rig things twice. It saves us time. Myth, thank you for the posture check. One of the things that I love watching is like, I love just watching the backgrounds of Hollow Knight. Excuse me. You played Hollow Knight on the YouTube channel. I think there's a Hollow Knight playlist. Yeah. It's very good. Alright, chest. Soon lovely as expected. Thank you, Tasty Tofu. Alright, chest. That's the line art. Chest line. I'll leave that there. Chest rendering. And chest base. Okay. Anything breaking here? I just gotta turn off the head. There we go. Not seeing any breakage. Perfect. Not seeing any line art spilling. Okay. So we're gonna call this bust. There we go. Alrighty. Do I need an underbust layer? Because I don't think I do. I don't plan on showing really any of the cleavage. The skirt is also only really going to be 3 pieces. So we have the strings here. Skirt, strings. And we're just going to... I love Green Path. It's my favorite. So much greenery. Alright, skirt strings. Excellent. Done there. A Pablo date. It's so good. Skirt. We're gonna call this skirt underscore 1. This is the texture, so just check the line art. No, not seeing any breakage. Skirt base, is there any breakage? No, not seeing it. All right. Skirt 1. What about texture? No. Okay. Merge selected layers, and that is just the skirt layer. We have the underskirt layer as well. No breakage. Good. No breakage. Okay. And there we go. There's the skirt layer. It's just 3 layers. Next up is the arms. Okay, so for the arms, I can get rid of this one. Because we only need 1 arm because we're going to duplicate it. Alright, we have the sleeve. Okay, doesn't break, so we're going to call this sleeve, sleeve L. Yeah, sleeve L. Alright, that's the sleeve. Did I add a backhand? Okay, there's nothing on the backhand layers. We have the hand. I am going to quickly grab one of the missing pieces for this. So we'll do the forearm real quick. So forearm. Blend this a little more. And there we go. Check it before you do it. Okay, good. I'm gonna call this forearm L. One of the missing pieces is the hand. We're gonna move this down here. The horizontal, and then we're just gonna scooch it over. There we go. Pretty basic hand. Nothing too complex. Normally I would separate them into each individual finger to have nice physics, but once again, it is going to be off screen, and this is such a simple model that I am not going to be separating things into unnecessary details. I would consider it unnecessary because think about how often you see a VTuber's below the elbows. However, if there is a hand toggle, such as a hand toggle here, you can absolutely cut this into more pieces. I still have only kept it into 1 piece because I prefer to keep them separate. It's just easier and simpler for me. Greedman, any pet peeves in art? Like, what's something that annoys you even for a bit that you see in most common art? Gecko! Happy 39 months, welcome on back! I hope you're doing good. Have you played Journey? Yes, I played Journey. But yeah, an art pet peeve... Like, something that enrages me when I see a piece of art? I don't think there really is one that will always make me angry. It depends on the style. And as well as, like, I can't be harsh on it, because a lot of the times when someone makes a piece of art with their own hands, they're learning. I'm not going to be upset at that. One thing that does bother me is, like, when people do the torso twists for a lot of anime characters, usually anime girls, where they try to show off the titties and the butt at the same time, and it's like physically not really possible. Like, this is just, you draw what you want to. I will not engage with it because it's not for me, but like that's the one where I'm like, you did not pay attention to anatomy, you just wanted to see titties and ass at the same time. Just draw 2 separate pieces. That way you have more art. VTubers exist under the elbows? Exactly. See what I mean? Is this Genshin music? No, this is Hollow Knight music. Bum, bum, bum. I always find it odd how much detail some VTubers put into their lower halves in their models. Yep. Zelroth, absolutely, I agree. For the amount of time you actually see the model, you aren't really gonna be seeing that much of the lower body. So that's why when I do simple models and I want to speed up, I will not really render, like hyper render and hyper separate the lower pieces. I don't think it's necessary. Honey doing the Professor Membrane meme of not physically possible. Yeah, not scientifically possible. Isn't that how all 90s comics pose their characters? Not all 90s poses, but like there is definitely um poses that are not really realistic. It's because the artist wanted to see butt and titties at the same time. Yeah. Excuse me. Rob Liefeld is the guy who would break the laws of anatomy and physiology. As far as I understand, he's been working on his anatomy, and so like again, when I see an artist whose art I don't vibe with or don't think looks air quotes good, I just don't really engage with it. You know? Like when I see like, Rob Liefeld's art, I'm like, not really my style. So I just don't look at it. Alright, we got the forearm. So for this one. Alright, we have the hand here. We're gonna call it hand underscore L2. And then this is the fill layer, so we are going to, I'm gonna really quickly grab a different color for the nails. No, that's a little too gray. Something like that? Nah, that's a little too... What if I just grab the shade layer? I think that works a bit better. Same thing for this layer. Just color the nails slightly. This will be hand R1 or hand L1. Good try, Brand Geminis. Good try. That reminds me of the awful Captain America art that was going around on Twitter where the artist clearly drew the shield first, then drew Cap around the shield. Some of the worst anatomy I've seen. I don't think I've seen that one. Suchi, random question, but are there quiet banging sounds going on where you are? It's like construction. I don't know if it's coming from my headphones or outside my window, but I keep looking and nothing's there. So yeah, there is construction outside my place. Let me double check that my... No, all my filters are on, so it might be around you. Normally you can't hear the construction around my place, and let me see. There's not really any going on right now, so that might be around your place. Also, Myth, thank you for the breathe redeem and the posture check. Oh, good stretch. Let me stand up. Oh, bring it around town. Bring it around town. That's actually good for your hips to do that. Ever since I was at art school, my teacher, not my teacher, my classmates would just be like, oh, you know those stretches for your hips you're supposed to? It's literally the SpongeBob bring it around town meme. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Ugh, good stuff. Alright, we sit again. Do you make a facial expression to have your ears move, or are they random? They are keyed to a particular part of my face. They're not random. They are controlled. A little breathe, Myth. Thank you. Sushi, it better not be that raccoon again. I hope not. I hope not. Alright, hand. So, I'm gonna keep... Oh, do I want to keep them separate? Yeah, I'll keep them separate. Hand L1 line, and then hand L1 fill. The reason I do that is because then I can have the line art here be clipped by the forearm, so it doesn't show, but it also rotates well. It's a bit of a cheeky hack that I use, but it works. If it works, it works. All right, we're gonna make this hand slightly darker because it's in the background. Then we're gonna up the saturation as well so that it doesn't look so gray. There we go. No, too drastic. Only slightly darker. There you go. That looks a bit better to me. That's a turn. Thank you for the ear wiggles. Hollow Knight OC is the best while working. It's so good. It's so good. Is a particular part of your face your giant goblin ears? Yes, that is the part that moves, but it is keyed to a different part of my face, which allows for movement. Meaning that to the camera has to register input from a particular part of my face for the ears to move. You can try to guess what they are if you'd like. Ba-ba-ba. Zuchi, now it's too early for them. It might have been construction noises earlier then. Oh, little stretches. Ooh. Excuse me. Eyebrows? Yeah. Good eye, Wilson. Alright, hand L2. I can just merge those. Forearm, hand, sleeve. There we go. Alright, arms are pretty much done. There's some small things I have to edit, but yeah. Alright, next up, legs. Very easy. Leg underscore R. We're gonna merge these layers. Wait. Check, honey. Okay, good. Yep, breaking. Okay, perfect. Merge selected layers. And then we're gonna delete one of them. Ta-da! Fairly simple. You know, there's an emote that's been long overdue. An animated ear wiggle emote, so we can ear wiggle with you. True, an ear wiggle would be good. I can see ankle. How scandalous. How scandalous. But alright. Legs. And now... we have the shoulders. So this is the copy line art. So I'm going to delete that. This is the actual line art. We're going to do a little trick that I like to use to separate the line art. So shoulder line. Shoulder fill. Collarbone. There we go. Alright, collarbone. Next up is the neck. We're going to move this. And then neck. Line, and then neck fill. Alright. That is pretty much all of those pieces cut now. Now we just have to do the missing pieces, and then I can put it into LiveGD. How did I separate this? I guess it's fine. Hear about the accident at the pudding factory? Yeah, that's that poor human. All they found was her neck. Shame. It's too bad. All they found was her neck. Now we gotta throw the whole pudding out. Myth, thank you for the hydrate. Where's her eye? You only need one for rigging. You only need one for rigging because we can duplicate it and put it on the other side, so it can save us a lot of time. City of Tears, yep. It's a good one. Pappies, I'm gonna say eyebrows are linked to your animation? Yes. Good eye. It's not technically an animation. I think it's just reactive. If I had to explain it, like the halo circling is an animation. It's a looping animation. But everything else is reactive, if that makes sense. It's in between an animation and a button, you know? What's the difference between goblin and gremlin? Excuse me. I don't know. It's kind of up for debate. I think either can be applicable in many situations. Goblins, I think of like the typical D&D goblins. Interesting stage of a model there when it only looks like a bean. Yep. It's a fun time. All right, missing pieces. So, we have the tongue. This one I can just merge. Tongue underscore ouch. That's what we're gonna call this one. Wait, honey, remember to check. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. That works. Merge selected layers. Now we have the tongue out layer. Cheek lines. Very good. Yep. They work. All right. Cheek R. And then merge. I'm going to get rid of this side. So now we have the cheek, because again, we are going to duplicate this. So we don't have to worry about rigging it twice, basically. Hi, Midnight Sparkle. The mighty bean, Hamidi. The bean is a powerful shape. Rotate around a point, but it reacts to physics is kind of what it sounds like. Regarding the halo? Yes. So the animation is that it continually rotates in a circle. But it reacts to the physics of my head moving. So it's fascinating. It's not quite animation, but it's rigging. All right. Elf ears time. Let me turn on the white. Actually, that's a bad idea to have the white on. So we have the elf ears. Once again, we are only going to need one side. So here we go. We have the layer looks clean. Layer looks, yeah, it's clean, I would say. Oh wait, no. Bum. 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 Just gonna clean this up because I don't want the skin color to go past or through the ear. Okay, perfect. Yep, looks clean. Okay, and then there's the elf ear. Ta-da! Don't stick your tongue out at us, little lady. Why not? Why not? This is my stream. I can do as I please. Elf ears. Yeah, we're getting elf ears. So the earrings that we have for the human ears are going to be on the elf ears as well. So I'm going to just duplicate those when I get to Live 2D. We're going to call this ear elf R. And there we go. Okie dokie. We have the anger layer now. Something about this color is not vibing with me. So let me try making it a bit darker. We're also going to get rid of this. I think this color works a little better. It's not too strong, but it's enough. Also, moving it in would probably help a lot. Because it kind of scrunches, it's supposed to scrunch up where the nose is, like. Keep in mind, moving stuff in Photoshop is preferable to moving stuff in Live 2D, because when you move the placement in Live 2D, it no longer keeps the same placement in the file. So if you want to make shape changes, making them in Photoshop is best rather than trying to adjust it in Live 2D. I kind of think the blush is a tad too dark, but that's just me. That's fair. I wanted to remind y'all that I got rosacea. Brow anger. Nope. And then we have squint. Line. There we go. Perfect. Got this line art. Got this line art. Do I want to make this thicker? Let's make it a little thicker. All right, filter, blur, nope, correction, adjust line width. Little too thick. Is that a little too thick? Nah, I think it's good. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. And now we have, let's do the nostrils. I'll do the glasses after the nose. So the nostrils, do I want to separate the nostrils into lefts and rights? No, I don't think so. I think I want to keep them separate. Nostrils, keep that there, but make it capital. Nose light. Nose shade. And then nose blush. So, whatever opacity your layers are at, Live 2D will remember that. Live 2D doesn't have overlay layers. It has add and multiply. But that's it. So, keep in mind while you are making your files, making them overlay layers will mess with the colors. So you want to use as much of flat colors as possible. Johnny, thank you for the posture check. We'll stretch the arms. Oh, there we go. That's the nose. Now let's do the eyelids. Eyelid R. We can get rid of this one. This is, we can do the arms. So these are the biceps. Turn off the sewing. So the biceps here, similar to what we did with the forearms. Let's see, except this time I'm gonna keep the line art separate. Bicep. L line. Bicep L fill. So we want to get rid of this one. There we go. Already did the shoe. Good. Now we get to do the glasses and then the arms, and then I think we are done. Ronnie vibes with multiple arms. Will all this be uploaded on YouTube? Yes. It will be uploaded on YouTube. Not immediately, because I do need to make thumbnails and there's videos that come out first. But yes. Ty Ferez, thank you for the resub. Happy 27 months. Welcome on in back. Johnny late, but howdy everyone. Hope y'all are doing wonderful today. Hey, Johnny. I'm doing pretty good. No worries. You're not really late for a stream. You can kind of show up to a stream whenever you please. It's only late if I'm late. We're going to call this frame L. We're going to call this light L. lens light L. There we go. Lens L. And then glasses L. There we go. And then we have, oh, this is bridge. There you go, because this is the bridge. I want to rasterize this layer. There we go. Perfect. Bridge is done. Lenses are fine. We're going to separate this. There we go. Okay, they're separated into lefts and rights. Actually, do I want to separate these into lefts and rights? Yeah, I think I just might want to manually do it. No, actually, never mind. They're duplicated anyways. Okay, we're fine. Corella Stromboli, thank you for the resub. Happy 31 months. 3 Twitch babies, mother scratchers. 3 Twitch babies, oh my gosh. You better take responsibility and take care of them. Excuse me. Man, thanks for keeping me company while I draw. Just finished making my OC redesign, and now I shall go at EP times. Much love for you again and everyone here. Stay safe and have a wonderful day and night. Thank you, Greed, and you too. Myth, come on, honey. Double standards? Nah, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I could be late. I'm late to my own stream. I have a schedule I set. Alright, we're to save. Dingus, thank you for the 150 shinies. Choo choo. Choo choo. And breathe. Pretzel, thank you for the breathe redeem. Phew. Thank y'all for the hype train. That's very kind of you. Oh gosh. Dragon Daddy, thank you for the sub with Prime. Welcome on in. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, and he was wondering why you chose to be a goblin over a different fantasy species. I already had a goblin OC that existed. That's pretty much it. There's not too much to it aside from, like, I had a homebrew art page with some friends, and those were the characters we chose to represent ourselves, and so I chose it. Honey, you're not getting sick, are you? No, I have a cough that won't go away. So I think I damaged my throat a little bit. That's why I haven't been singing as much often, because I'm like, okay, I have to take it easy. Part of the break in August is to avoid burnout, but also to give my throat a rest. Talking for long periods of time can be taxing on your throat. So, yeah. I want to give it a chance to just rest and heal and not have to worry. Ever wonder how you'd look as a kobold? That could be fun. Hey, true. I'm not great at drawing kobolds personally, but yeah. It could be interesting. Alright, last thing I think we have our eyeshadow. Eyeshadow R. Let's look at this. Alright, time to do the sewing ones. Whew, okay, there's a lot of layers to this one, but we can do it. We can do it. We're almost there. Lonely Turtle, thank you for the 150 shinies. Thank you very much for contributing to the hype train. Phew. Should be working on my new OC, but I'm too engrossed in watching. Oh, no worries, Ikura. You chill. You take it easy. What? But yeah, I want to make sure I take care of my intercostal muscles and esophagus. I'm almost certain I have ADHD. I keep wanting to go to a professional to help me with vocal training so that I don't damage my voice. but I keep forgetting. It's great to constantly forget. Dingus, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. At this point, it would just be to get diagnosed so I can get some Adderall so I can focus or something. Alright, we got the sew, hand. So we're gonna do this. Okay. We're gonna merge these. We're gonna call this hand. So L. Merge selected layers and no breakage. Okay, good. Arm, we are going to keep this the way it is, I think. Yeah, okay. Actually, we can merge it into one. So, arm, so, L. There we go. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Have you stayed recently? Yes, I have. Thank you for the reminder, Johnny. Dingus, do you have a warm-up routine you do and a vocal cooldown redeem after streams? I do sometimes warm up. Here's the problem, is I am not good at remembering to warm up, especially if I run late to stream. I'll do very simple scales. That's about it. After stream, don't cool down very much. I'm still learning how to cool down. Not redeem routine? Twitch free run. No worries. I should be drawing Ninjala fan art and adding to my character's design portfolio. Depression is worse. Gotta be nice to yourself when you're either going through depression or experiencing depression. I do hope you get help for that. Why did it switch fan art to Canary? No idea. Recently drew some Sonic Canary fan art for another VTuber. Turned out better than I thought, though the arms feel off. That's okay. You drew something. That's hard. Let's see. I think for this hand, do I just want to get rid of this line art here? This might be good, actually, yeah. So we're going to grab this, merge selected layers, and so R. Thing is, do lip trills, vocal sirens, diaphragm percussions, and breaths. They really do help me. I have not done those, no. Those, some steaming, usually a hot shower helps. There's other ways to do it. Frequent hydration and other post-stream vocal fries in different vowel shapes while you wait for tea to steep is what I'd recommend. If you have videos to recommend for those, because like I don't know what those are without like listening to it. Because like vocal trills, I don't really know what vocal trills are. Or diaphragm percussive breaths. Also, thank y'all for the level 2 hype train. Thank you so much. I'd be more than happy to help. I could maybe just shoot a little short video. Absolutely. That would actually be really helpful because my attention span would understand it more. Like if it takes like less time. So that would be very helpful, Diggy. Thank you. My friends are so nice. What the heck? Forearm. Yeah, I can merge that into one layer. And then the one thing I'm going to keep separate is the strings. Because if you look at this, I'm going to keep the strings separate so that they can have a little bit of physics to them. Call this so 2 and then so 1. There we go. So arm R. It should be arm so R. Arm so arm. There we go. Dingus, I got you. Thank you, Dingus. Since the way I learned was from a paid course, I'd probably rather just record short videos to help you. That makes a lot of sense. Whew. Dingy to the rescue. Dingy might help me so I can sing more often, honestly. Alright, I think I got just about everything. We're gonna get rid of this white layer. And then we're going to put these missing pieces where they need to go in the rig. Like the rigging order. Because otherwise, they're going to show up in the wrong order. Whew. They say that a chat is the reflection of their streamer. I think so. I think to a certain extent, yes. I think it's just like sharing helpful knowledge with those who could use it. It's fun. I like sharing knowledge. Knowledge. Pajama Toad, thank you for the hydrate. Voices are too precious to risk damaging. Yours especially, homie. Thank you, Dinky. Thank you. Oh. Shoot, what was I about to do? Right. Tongue out. That can go into the mouth layer. We're all biblically accurate goblins. We're all a little bit of goblins ourselves. Alright, tongue will go into the... Not the head layer, into the features. Here we go. Perfect. Same thing with the cheeks. It'll go over the features, actually. There we go. Elf ear will also go where the other ear is. Features, bangs, earrings. Here we go. That's what it'll look like. It'll stick out a little bit. I think that'd be cute. Knowing is half the battle. Knowledge is power. Very true. It is hard to get... There is a certain level of... I understand when people cannot learn from online. There is so much information all at once. You will find either the best tutorials for beginners and 50 of them, or super advanced tutorials where someone already knows what they're doing and doesn't know how to explain it properly. You're going to find a lot of variety, and it can be very frustrating. So it helps to have an actual person to talk to, which is why I find schooling is very, very helpful. If you can afford it. If you can afford it. Thing is, would you prefer like a demonstration explanation of the techniques or a follow-along video that you can just play and do alongside? A follow-along would be really good, but I worry that for a follow-along, I might not understand the importance or understand the small, important details to make sure that the exercises are effective. So I guess a demonstration and explanation would be good. Because, yeah, I love learning what to do, but learning the reason behind it helps to solidify in my brain why it is so important. You know? Kind of like how when I explained why keeping the head layer line art separate from the base is so, so important. You wouldn't normally think of that, but it is incredibly important. Thing is, I know for me that if I don't have an explanation, my brain just goes, it isn't valuable. Yeah, exactly, Dinky, exactly. Same brain cell. Alright, let's see. Did the tongue out? Did the glasses? The glasses can stay on top because they go on top of everything. We're gonna put that right there. Nope. The sewing can go into the body layer. There we go. It's going to go over the hair, actually. So we're going to leave that on top. Because it's actually going to go above everything. Thing is, yeah, I don't like being told it's this because it is. Do it. I need to know why. Yeah, I need an explanation. I need a reason to do it. Myth, that's actually how I am with math. I need an explanation of why a certain concept is important. Like how it fits into the grand scheme of things. Yes, absolutely. Alright, I think I am just about done. I just gotta put them in the right order. Squint line, brow angle, those can stay on top. Nostrils, nose. The nose can go underneath or in the features layer. We're gonna put it under the eyes. Good. Eyeshadow can also go in the features layer. It can go underneath everything. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I'll put it in there just in case. All right, we're to save. Oh. Sporkmaster, that was my biggest issue with calculus forever. I understood how you can get the area under a curve, but I never understood what it was good for or meant other than being the area of a weird shape. That is one of the things that, like, when I was doing calculus, I was also like, I don't fully understand the applications in the physical world of calculus, but my teacher was good enough at explaining the theory and how it worked where I could kind of grasp it. I've lost it since then. I cannot do calculus now. I've forgotten most of it. It's like a muscle. You forget to, if you don't use it, you're going to lose the ability to use it. All right. Eyelid can go here with the features. Features. Bicep and shoe. Let's go in the body. Bicep's gonna go into the arms. Shoe go into the legs layer. And then I think that's about it for that one. And then for the sewing, glasses. Yeah, that's it. Okay. We're just going to take them out of the folder. Get rid of the unnecessary folders now. Things we do not need, we are going to remove and get rid of. So time, let's say I started this at 10, 11, 12. So about 3 extra hours onto the time. So cut. So we're at 17 hours for this. Wait, no, 18 hours. 5 plus 3 is 18. So design took 9 hours, cutting took 18 hours. So I can call that mostly done. There might be some pieces that I am missing. But yeah. Yep, I think that's good. There's a couple things to adjust here, like the shoe should be over top of the leg. There we go. Hands are behind the skirt. Yep, hands are above the sleeves with the sewing ones. Yeah, okay. Beautiful. Awesome work today, Hobbity. Thank you. I am going to show y'all how to put it into Live 2D. Or wait, no, wait. Should I keep that completely separate? My thought is maybe I should keep the playlist separate, like completely separate for line art. Not line art, for rigging, because that way when you're ready to rig, you can put it in there. That might be smart, actually. Okay. So we'll call that done for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double check everything. Because why not? No harm in that. Will the embroidery have an animation or will it be stationary? I think it'll probably be stationary. Just for the sake of calling it a simple model. Because again, the aim for this is to demonstrate, because I have 3 tiers of rigging and model creation. So I wanted to explain what this particular tier would look like if people went for it, if that makes sense. So you're saying the whole VTubing industry is rigged? Yes. Yes, in a way. Shows to go how much I am not an artist, because I think it looks amazing already. Thank you! It definitely looks amazing, but it may not be done, is the thing. I think... Yeah, I think the best thing to do right now is hold off on putting it into Live 2D so I can explain how to put it into Live 2D next stream. I think I'll do that on Monday. I'll probably do that on Monday. But in the meantime, what I will do is if y'all have questions, let me know. I will do my best to answer them. I am just going to explain the different rigging tiers I have. Myth, $475 for this. So here's the catch. Let me explain the pricing. So this is not 10 hours. That is the wrong time. So cutting, the correct time is on the CS Paint file, which is 18 hours. So now here is the difference with this model versus what I would do for a client. So we're going to go with rig time. We don't know what the rig time is for this yet, and that is okay. So whenever I am pricing a model, also hi Darkwing, whenever I'm making a model, I give people an estimate. Now, the reason it will be so much cheaper when I do a model for myself is because I don't have to do a corrections phase. Now, a corrections phase is when I show the Zerkunima, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. I hope you had fun playing The Walking Dead. I'm just explaining pricing for models for my particular modeling skills. Let me turn off the spud arm. There we go. Excuse me. But I hope you had a good stream. Maybe I'm starting to art my new D&D character. Ooh, try and keep certain aspects of the drawing separate so I can make adjustments throughout the campaign. Smart. Smart. But, so for pricing wise, I have 3 tiers. There's a chibi rig, where if you go to this page, my cards page, I'm going to it right now so I can go through it with you. If you go to the pricings page, there are 3 tiers. I do chibi, simple, and complex. Chibi is $200 for the design phase, or illustration phase, whichever you would call it. So that would be the first one. The second one is the cutting phase, which for chibis is $600, and then rigging is $800. So altogether, a chibi model would be coming to about $1,600. Hope you're having a blessed night. Thank you. Hope you're having a good day too. Do you use software to track how much time you spent, time, materials, and labor? I do not. I think I might have found one through a friend, but like I have yet to test it. I go by, for this one, I have been going by how long it's been taking on stream. But yeah, so chibi model would come to about, from start to finish, $1,600. So $1,600. For a simple model, which is what we are currently working on, so this human model, I would consider a simple model. So for that, I'll pull this up here. You can see how simple the design is. It is not particularly complex. It's very simple. There's not a whole lot to the clothes. There's a couple ornaments on the head, but not much. Most of the focus is in the face design. So let me just put that here. So you're probably going to see this much of it on stream day to day because VTubers mostly stay bust up. Quality work for a quality price. Thank you. But for simple, so this rigging price would be about $500 for design. The music died. Why? There we go. But yeah, the price would be about $500 for the design phase, $1,500, so $1,500 for the cutting phase, which is what we are at. And then rigging will also be $1,500. Someone did their own illustration and had it separated. Would you accept it? I would absolutely do that. That is what my current commissions were. They are currently closed. I have people that I'm going to be contacting probably today and tomorrow to see if they're still available, because they already have pre-cut models for me to rig, which means it'll be faster than if I did it by myself. And a complex model, which is the third tier. So there's chibi, simple, so that one, and then complex, which is this goblin model. The complex model is about $1,000 for design. Cutting would be $3,000, and then rigging is $4,000. So the main difference when I make models is for complex rigging, there is more motion in the body. The body has more complex physics that play with each other and behave. With a simple model, like this human one, I keep it way, way more simple. I tone it down because you want it to be efficient, not necessarily elaborate. Both are good. It depends on what you want. Personally, I prefer models that are simple like this, because either way, for the simple or the complex models I make, the face is the same complexity. The face will have the same level of emotion and ability to express itself. The reason that the complex model is complex is because it's the full body motions. It is the motions that I think are beautiful and fun to do, but you probably won't see as much on stream. So I wanted to give people a simple option that is a bit more budget friendly, but has the same level of expression in the face. You know what I mean? Dingus, I got a bit of a question. So for the lean toggles that you see that are really popular right now, I know it's extra work on the rigging side, but is it typically also extra work on the artist side, or is that something the rigger typically handles by themselves? So that is mostly by the rigger, actually. I have a slight lean. I will show y'all real quick. Like, I have a slight lean that happens naturally. So if I go forward, you can see a little bit of a lean. If I lean back, I did not go with a particularly exaggerated version of a lean. I wanted to keep it fairly simple because sometimes when you have a lean toggle, it can be a little too drastic, especially if it's not a button, because I don't really press very many buttons. Mine is naturally through tracking. So I'm leaning forward and leaning back. So that is what I ended up doing for my model, because I knew that I wasn't going to press buttons to make toggles happen, if that makes sense. Am I too big on my screen? No, I'm good. But yeah, I think it's gotcha. I imagine something like a definitely random example, shred into it, Kabedon toggle, that would still have extra work on the artist side, but mostly on the rigger's work. So a Kabedon would have work on both sides. So that would be interesting, because that one would probably not be, well, you could make it a tracking toggle, but that one could be a button. That one could be a button if you wanted. It is absolutely doable. But that one would require the artist to draw a second hand. Like a hand that is in perspective to the camera. You can't quite do that with just a base model, but if the artist is willing to draw it, then absolutely, you are able to do it with a model. The thing you have to consider with that one, that specific example, for a friend dingy, of course, in this hypothetical example, the thing to consider is you have to find a way to write it. Oh, God. Lucy, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. Oh, you're just vibing? Nice. Nice. I hope you had a lovely stream. But, oh, gosh. But yeah, welcome in. React raid? Oh, you're reacting. Were you watching like TikToks and just vibing? Welcome on in. Pleasure to meet all y'all. My name is Honey. I'm just a goblin that does art for the most part and play FromSoft games. It is very fun. I like FromSoft games quite a bit. But welcome on in, raiders. Today, we are just making a human model for myself. I watched McDonald's video. It is expensive. McDonald's has gotten so expensive. I don't know why. McDonald's used to be the cheapest option ever, and now it's gotten so expensive so quickly. McDonald's is expensive. FromSoft good. Oh, Lucy, FromSoft so good. FromSoft so good. I love it. I still have to play the Elden Ring DLC. I have not played it. I'm probably gonna play it once fall hits and after I'm finished doing some commission work. I'm so excited. It looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. But welcome on in, raiders. We are just talking about this model I'm making and how I price models for VTubers. So if you are curious about how much I charge for making VTubers, now is a great time because I'm explaining that. Legion, I just spent $35 on it. No! $35 for like a burger and fries? No. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. No. Oh. Not worth it, no. Gary, I cannot wait to watch you play the DLC. Same. I'm so pumped. But also, Lucy, thank you for trusting me with your community. If you gotta head out, absolutely no worries. Take care of yourself. Get something to eat and drink. Stream can really take it out of you, so take it easy. You're more than welcome to lurk and hang out as long as you like as well. I'll probably stream for another 30-ish minutes. And then I'll get some lunch. That'll be nice. That'll be fun. But yeah. Ugh. McDonald's is so expensive. I don't eat there very often in the first place. I think it's been over a year since I just got McDonald's fries because I was like, this is too expensive. I'm just gonna make burgers at home. I'm just gonna make burgers at home, even if I don't feel like it. They're gonna taste better, and I can control like how much I want. The video we watched said there's McDonald's that was charging $10 for a Big Mac alone. That's kind of criminal, actually. That's too much. I remember, didn't they used to be? They used to be like $4 for a burger. For a burger? That is insane. Gary, I just make my own burger. Yeah, exactly. I make my own burger, for real, for real. Aggravated Hobo, your model's really expressive. Thank you. I made it myself. I'm glad y'all like it. But yeah, we're just chilling. I'm explaining how I price models for people who want models from me. And it's just like the I love making VTuber models so much. I love making expressive models, and I think I have it here. I've got it written down here because we're timing this model. We're seeing how long it takes me. And the thing to consider that is really important with when you commission a model from someone is, yes, it may take less time here, but consider this. I am making a model for myself, so I don't have to worry about the back and forth between client and artist. Usually, my average rate is about $25 an hour for art. And that can vary because depending on how long it takes to make the client's model and how complex the art is, it can take way more time, you know? Present Chrome, that's so reasonable. Thank you. Yeah, no. This, because we have done the design phase. Let me turn on to ARM. We have done the design phase. So that took about 9 hours to draw the roughs. So the roughs were... Here we go. This was what the rough looked like. This is the rough of the model. So this took about 9 hours to get the colors correct, to get the proportions to what I wanted, which was just like very, very simple. Minimal complexity when it comes to the dress. Very simple body shape. Real easy. Blipbrig's so good. Thank you. Took a lot of trial and error for it. Legion, honey, is it okay if I use your stream to keep me sane while trying to beat one of the DLC bosses I've been fighting for 2 days now? Also, I love how cute your model is. I saw the cute model you did for Gabi. Oh yeah, I did the model for Gabi, and she debuted it yesterday. It was so good. Let me shout her out. There we go. But yeah, absolutely. You do what you want. You do what you feel like in the background, you know? But yeah, this was the design phase, which took me about 9 hours. And now we have the clean phase. So all the colors have been corrected a bit. The line art's been cleaned up. It's been separated into the pieces I need, and it's great. I love it. Lucy, thank you. I'm glad you think it's cute. I figured I would try making a human model to see how complex I could, or how simple, I guess is a better way of saying it, I could make it. Because if you do !comms, you can actually see my prices, which is just like for a chibi model from start to finish is about $1,600, so $1,600. From start to finish, a simple model, which is this human model you see before you, is about $3,500 from start to finish. So that's design to rigging, ready to go. And then for complex models, so for reference, a complex model is this goblin model you see before you. Let me get rid of my tablet. Be gone. Be gone. But yeah, for this, which has like, I put too many toggles in this. I'm gonna be so for real. I put way too many toggles in this. Like, look at this. Look at this. That's a lot of toggles I don't particularly use too often, but I wanted to test myself. I wanted to test myself to see if I could do it, you know? And we got this one. Then I got the cute wings. Oh, adorable. I got a casual outfit, which just changes a couple things and makes it a little more TOS friendly. Like, there's so many things. I have a bunch of arm toggles. It's good. I'm gonna get a little closer so y'all can see a bit better. But yeah, like, the difference between these two is going to be fairly clear. Get rid of those. Let me put the hairs back. I forgot. Where are the wings? There we go. Also, I can make the hair longer here. Nope, that turns them off. I have too many buttons. I am not good at pressing this many buttons. Show them the haircut? Oh yeah, I can show them the haircut. Tell you what, let me get a little closer. Hey, wait. Why don't I get to the... Here, y'all can see it a bit better here. What happened to the... Oh, the chat is catching up. Gotcha. Refresh. There we go. That's better. Awesome how expressive faces. Thank you. I worked real hard on that. Also, my chat box broke. Oh, nope, there it is. I love when my stuff breaks. It just means I have more to fix later. But yeah. It's pretty fun. Dingus, Your Honor, she's a silly little guy. We adore her. She didn't do it. The trial is a farce. Drop the charge. She's innocent. What has she done? Read them to me now. But yeah. Also, that should not be on. There we go. Whew, it's a lot of things. Yeah, it's about 37 toggles. Because I wanted to test myself and push myself and figure out how many toggles there were. I even have, like, lighting toggles that I built into the model. Like, I put so much work into this. This is considered a complex model. So yeah, for a complex model like this one, unlike the simple model, which is the human one, and it's only going to be about 3,500, the complex model that this one is, I charge about $8,000 starting as a base. Yeah. It's like that at different stages, though. Like, it costs less at different stages. It really does look amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah. Oh, Quinn, thank you for the ear wiggles. Stop it, honey. Focus. Focus. Seems about right for what I've heard? Yeah. So the thing to consider with model making, $800 for the base. Not for the base, for the full thing. Simply, yeah, it can be way more expensive. This angel model that I did took me... Oh gosh, it took me almost no, not 2 years. It took me almost a year to do, but I was working on it on and off between commissions, so it took a while. Pixie cut is everyone's favorite here. I mean, I can show you all the pixie cut. Pixie cut. Short hair, let's go! Yeah, it took me a while, but I wasn't keeping track of how long this one would take. It's a little, it was one of those, like, I worked on it in the background between commissions and streams and just life, you know? So it's, did you start talking about it back in August of last year? Yeah, I did start talking about it last August. That's when I started the design process, you know? Also, I got these creepy eyes. But brown eyes I find are very nice and friendly. Really compliments the model. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the haircut. Yeah, there's also like a lean toggle. I can look so smug. But yeah, I love making models. It's expensive, but I understand why. Yeah, it's very time consuming. Like, the more complex a model is when you make it, the more time it takes, thus the more expensive it will get. Like, the designs I have for my models, I am not a particularly complex designer, if that makes sense. The outfits I make are very simple because I like simplicity. But there are parts where I do like complexity. And I understand when VTubers want really complex models. Like, you want it to represent yourself and you want little trinkets that reference who you are as a person. So that makes sense. You know? Dingus, it takes a full-time hours to make. You best expect to pay full-time wages to pay it. Yep. Yep. Love the crazy eyes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, are my eyes really that crazy? I think because I have small irises, it can give the illusion of, like, she is extremely crazy. This one's unstable. But no, I just got small irises. It's just small eyes. Want to start? I want to make a model someday for when I start getting into streaming. That'd be great. Honestly, the most efficient way to save money is to make your own model. It is the best way to do it. However, it will take time because you're going to be learning the process. Your art style is going to have to refine itself. It will take time. But in the long run, it's great because you can constantly make models for yourself like I do. And then it's an addiction and it keeps going forever and ever and ever and never ends. I'd rather call it curious. Curious eyes. Huh. Okay. Okay, I can see that. That's quite a nice way of saying it. Yeah, thank you. Ah. This individual? This one here? The one you see before you? Mentally unsound. No, I'm pretty alright. I don't want people to take that seriously and go like, she is mentally ill. And it's like, well, there aren't many of us who aren't at this stage, but you know, I'm doing alright. I go to therapy. Never was really into goblins, but the model's changing my mind. Thank you, Win. Thank you. Myth, it's not an addiction. She just can stop whenever she wants. She just doesn't want to stop. Exactly. Exactly. Also, Ilosuke Seko, thank you for the hydrate. Let me take a little sip. Oh, tea. If everyone's a little crazy, is sane really sane? You know what? Maybe sanity is a bit of a comparison thing. True. To a certain extent. We love therapy. Dingus unhinged angel humbity art. I love drawing confident, smug ladies. Ones that are a little tired are very, very nice. They're very good too. Scoops, I've heard people suggest you're being a PNG tuber while you're working on your model and saving money to commission one. Yes, I do highly recommend it. There are a lot of ways you can make a PNG very reactive and expressive with PNG Tuber Plus. It's really, really good. All you have to do is get probably an image that is separated into a couple pieces, and it just reacts to your voice. It's much more simple and much more budget friendly if you want to get into VTubing and you want to start learning how to decide or I guess if you want to decide on a design and you're not sure if this one is going to suit you, try PNG Tuber instead of fully committing to a really expensive VTuber, because that can be quite a lot. That can be quite expensive. Yeah. Because, oh my gosh, y'all want to see my very first model? Y'all want to see my very, very first baby's first model? Because I have it. I have it if y'all want to check it out. Myth. Sanity is an illusion. What is logical is to the spider is insane and monstrous to the fly. Yeah. Let me see. My items. Nope, not that one. There we go. Oh my gosh. Prepare yourselves. There she is. The little baby. Baby. Baby alert. Look at her. She's so babu. Look at her. The range of motion is not there. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, get up here. Get up here in front of the class. I'll scooch over for you. There we go. Oh, look at that football head. Oh, she's adorable. She's so cute. But, like, you can even see the body motions are completely different. Can you do a quick, like, evil and then scat? Yeah. So the tracking was completely different when I started VTubing about 3 years ago. So, like, I can look angry with this angel model. But she just looks kind of tired, like... and then happy, like... But yeah, like, everybody starts somewhere. And that was my start. Not bad, honestly. Pretty pleased with it because after that I learned so much. You always learn so much after your first model. Your brain just expands and you learn and you can keep going and it's wonderful, you know? Crazy how far the character development has come. Yeah, the character development, but also just like the design choices. I learned more about how to make a design appealing, you know, and have good motion and be cut well so that it can have more flexibility and more expressiveness with a rig. It's great. I remember seeing the one on the left so long ago. Oh, little baby, it's been so long. She she doesn't know what she do. She don't know what's going on. You got a new model. I don't know. This is different, but still good. Yeah, I made this one. So there's so many models that I want to make, and not enough time to do them. So we just gotta do what we can with the time we got. You know. I love the expressiveness. Me too. Me too. Oh, it's so fun. Away with ye. It's my turn in the middle. Mom said it's my turn. Cute Doritos too. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have tied hair. Let me see. Wait, let me clear. Who casual. We're just casual. With little wings in the back. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. I did so good. I'm so proud of me. Good job, honey. It's so cool to see the evolution. Yeah, it's extremely cool to see the evolution. Oh, short banks. Yeah, I put in, I think, almost too many toggles with this one. Almost a little too many toggles. I got kind of carried away. I got carried away quite a bit. Elden Ring Honey next. Tempt me not. Ugh. Kelly Siren, what a pretty model. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, the notifications. No, happy one. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs and goddamn Boogan. Thank you for the resub. Happy 16 months. Let me get the book out. Let me see. Glasses so I can read. Okay. Yep. I know how to read. For sure. For sure. Thank you for the posture check, Akuma. Oh, one sec. Let me stand up and stretch. Y'all can see me scooching out of my seat and standing up too with this model. It's insane. Ugh, gotta stretch my hips. Bring it around town. I've said that 3 times. It is stuck in my head now. Oh, okay. Scooch the chair back up. Get closer. Yeah, that's how good the tracking is. I learned so much from my previous rigs. Now y'all can see me stand up and scooch my chair closer. Maybe you also have a braces? A braces? No, I don't have braces. I just have sharp teeth. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Also, the Pappies, thank you for the 5,000 shinies. Thank you so much. That's a lot. It's been over a year since I was last here. You do such good work. Sorry for taking so long to support you in some way, and thanks for entertaining us. Don't even worry about it. Like, thank you for coming back and saying hi. You didn't even need to, like, you don't need to pay to support me, if that makes sense. Like, don't feel obligated. I do really, really appreciate it. It is very kind of you, but I don't want you to ever feel bad for just hanging out for free on the website that you can see for free. You know what I mean? I've heard that shoulder tracking isn't really a thing with VTubers. Yeah, so what shoulder tracking really is, let me get rid of the book. So shoulder tracking is not quite a thing. It's also not quite a thing with 3D as far as I have understood. However, the tech is constantly changing, so maybe I am wrong. Maybe my knowledge for it is outdated. But if you notice when I tilt my head to the side, my shoulder tilts up. So if you sit in your chair or on the couch, whichever you're doing, you know, and you sit with good posture, if you tilt your head, you'll notice that your head is closer to the shoulder down here. Same thing if you go the other way. So the shoulder's motion is there, but I've exaggerated a little bit to give the illusion of motion. a lot of rigging and like animating is like the illusion of life. You find ways to not trick, but like emphasize and demonstrate motion and movement so that you can kind of have something that looks filled with life, you know? Interesting. I'm surprised it's not a thing in 3D. So yeah, currently, as far as I know, in 3D, the only things you can track are your hands. There's very good hand tracking. Face, as well as the limbs, the placement of your torso and hips, but not so much shoulders yet. But I think there are some things that have added it in or are trying to add it in with good accurate tracking. That's the really tough thing with 3D versus 2D models. With 2D models, everything is flat and the dimensions are not as complex. They can still be very, very time consuming to create, but the complexity of the third dimension is not there. However, with 3D, because you have to worry about the model looking good from all angles, as well as the tracking and making sure it is accurate, you have to find ways to kind of cheat it to make sure it moves smoothly and well without as much clipping. Sometimes the clipping is really funny, but other times if you want perfectly accurate tracking, you either have to cheat it by adding like the head tilt thing that I do, or you have to find a program that tracks well. Nose tracking. I mean, like, I do have kind of nose tracking. It does track my nose, so it's kind of there. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with chat. Also, Zavarin, thank you for the resub. Happy 25 months. Welcome back. Yeah, for them nose wiggles. If I get a little close, you can see them. I keep moving my ears down when I wiggle my nose. I look like I'm chewing. Oh, thank you, Zelroth. Let me give you all your personal space back. I'll give it back. Don't worry. I won't be too close to you for too long. The 3D cell shaders these days are really good. I have trouble telling sometimes. Yeah, it is tricky. I am not particularly well versed in 3D. I am currently trying my best to learn it in my spare time. However, Unity loves to screw me over. I have downloaded, uninstalled, and reinstalled Unity 7 times. 7 times to try to make it work. I don't know what's going on. And the fact that with VR chat, it's like, download the most recent version of Unity, when it's like, okay, but it doesn't work. You have to download I think it's the 2017 or 2019 version. So the literal app, VR chat, recommends you download the latest version that does not work. Bends my mind. Bends my mind. Stop it, Unity. If I could use Godot to make 3D models, I would. The downside is the majority of tutorials right now are only really for Unity. Unity is an old program, but it is the most commonly used with the most workarounds and add-ons that make it work. The thing is held together by duct tape and glue, but the new stuff doesn't work. 3D is a mess. 3D is a mess. I'm trying to learn it. Anyways. Would you ever make a 3D model one day? I have made a 3D model. I've made a couple. Here's the thing. I've made them. They don't work. Because I have messed up somewhere along the process. So I'm still learning. It's going to take time, unfortunately. I thought about streaming it, but here's the main issue with me streaming my learning process. Sometimes I just lose it and don't continue. Like, sometimes I will just start, try to learn, and go like, this ain't working. All right, time to watch a movie. And then I'll take a break. Unity is something I know quite well, but yeah, Unity is an actual mess coming from someone that's trying to make a game in it. It is a mess. I think it's honestly fair. Yeah. There's also a level of there's something to keep in mind is when someone is learning, this is in my case and a lot of other people's cases, is when you are learning, it can be very vulnerable. because a lot of adults, me included, have been taught ever since we were young that making mistakes is not something to be proud of, you know? You're taught that making mistakes is part of life, but the less mistakes you make, the more praise you get and the more you are rewarded. So it isn't even like that mistakes are punished. It's like if mistakes are not rewarded, then your brain kind of goes like, I should not be making these. I should not be making these, you know? It can be quite embarrassing. And so for me, when I'm in the state of like I am learning something that I am really unfamiliar with and going to make mistakes in and get frustrated with, I can be much more volatile, if that makes sense. It's not like I get super toxic or like start like lashing out. It's I will shut down. I will just go, okay, I am too mad at this program because it is not doing it the way I want it to. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna do something fun and try to get in a better mood and come back to it, if that makes sense. Skill skill. I gradually learned the only way to fix things is to break them first. Yes. Yes, when you learn how to break something and make mistakes, that is when you actually learn how to do things correctly. So mistakes need to be encouraged. They don't necessarily need to be rewarded. The effort does need to be praised. The effort needs to be praised and the attempts need to be encouraged, if that makes sense. Nutella, making too many mistakes makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. Yes, and the truth of the matter is that is not the case. Making too many of the same mistakes over and over means that you probably need to change your approach. It means that you got to step back, analyze what you did, and try to figure out how you want it to happen and what needs to change for that to happen, if that makes sense. Dingus, yes, that's something I'm still trying to unlearn. If I'm uncertain about something, I basically psych myself out into an even worse performance, essentially self-sabotaging. Yes, part of this can also go into feeling like you need to do everything perfectly. Some people's brains, mine included sometimes, is they go, if I can't do it perfectly, there's no point of even wasting the effort. Or if I cannot finish it in a timely manner, there's no point in doing it. And it's like, that is up to you. But the reality is, if you keep doing that, if you keep going, if it's not perfect, I won't make it, you're not going to make anything. And you're not going to be able to grow and learn and get to the point that you want to be at. And to be completely honest, you're never going to get to the point you want to be at. Because the goalpost, is always going to be changing. You will want to be really, really good at making models, let's say. But the standard will change. You will suddenly go like, I've reached that point, but I want to be even better. I want to keep going. That is the wonderful thing about being an artist. The goalpost is always changing because you're always learning more. If that makes sense. Got distracted with something? No worries, Ebrar. You just chill. Take it easy. Do what you please. The goal is the journey. Yeah. Second, something's the first step to being kind of good at something. That is such a hard thing to internalize, but yes, it absolutely is. You are going to be, air quotes, bad at something when you first try it. But the important thing to remember is to treat yourself as a baby. You do not berate a baby for trying something new and failing, like trying to walk or trying to draw. You don't make fun of them, and you don't, put them down because they don't know what they're doing. You encourage it. So the hard part is you have to find a way to encourage yourself to be persistent in pursuing art or any hobby you like. You know what I mean? It's tough. And it's really important. I will say one thing. Try not to rely on validation from people online for your sense of self-worth or art. Because that is a void. You will just have a void that you need to fill. You got to fill it yourself with things that will actually fill it. You know? Sounds like me wasting maybe $100 worth of leather whilst learning leather crafts. Is she right? Yeah, for real. For real. I buy fabrics sometimes so I can sew. And sometimes what I make does not turn out good. It does not work. And that's okay. You got to be willing to to spend not just money, but like resources to learn how to use them properly. You're not going to get it right the first time. And not getting it right the first time doesn't mean these resources have been wasted, so long as you learn and you grow from it so you know what to do better, not perfect, but improve next time. You can still fail the next time you try, but it'll be a different kind of failure, hopefully. You know? Even then, it's not truly a failure if you're learning. Also, Puck Puff, thank you for the posture check. Excuse me. Oh, good stretches. Such an encouraging stream. Thank you. Yeah, no worries. I do my best. And that's all I can really hope for. Shields are not being wasted, they're being utilized. Yeah, that's a great way of thinking of it. Sorry I said madness. I meant insanity may be defined as doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Yes. Sometimes that does happen, where you can do something over and over and it does eventually work. But you may not understand why it worked. And so changing up the strategy is never a bad idea. And also, Be French, thank you for the 100 shinies. Don't think of them as goalposts, they're mile markers. Yeah, that's actually a great way of thinking about it. Yeah. Old Barrett started adding fabric liners. Different materials require different techniques. Yep. There's a lot of learning that goes into it. Let me put my glasses off. Even if you never get good at it, that's okay. You don't have to be a skilled artist to be a good one. You just have to love what you do. Yeah. Art is one of those interesting things where I feel like people may not consider themselves a successful anything if they're not making money off of it. And I don't think that's a great attitude to have. You can be successful in any capacity. You just have to define what your success is. Granted, there's nothing wrong with wanting to earn money from art, you know? I would say it's actually totally fine. I do it. But if I do not earn enough from commissions, you know, or if there's a dry spell, then so long as I tie my self-worth to how much work I'm doing, I am going to be constantly chasing work. And that is kind of a bottomless pit, if that makes sense. Eloscale, I've wrecked so many electronics and other things when I was getting started, but all those things destroyed ended up teaching me how to look into and analyze how things work. Yeah! One of the things I want to get into is I want to learn how to make PCs so I can build my own and not have to rely on someone else making it. But I know that when I do this, I am going to not burn through resources, but I'm going to utilize some resources that may not end up working. So part of me is like, I want to make a really cheap PC, and maybe I'll give it to one of my siblings. That way, even if I don't use it, I will know how to make a really simple one. Junie, I feel the same about making music. If it makes me feel good, I can pat myself on the back at least. Yeah, that's a great way of thinking about it. Oh, another stretch. You can also earn money while not being successful. Two are never truly related. Very true. Yeah. There's a good website for picking out PC parts that are compatible, by the way. Yeah, I don't know what the website is called, but I do know it exists, which is really cool if I'm trying to buy some PC parts. Johnny, thank you for the hydrate. It was a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, Junie. I'm meeting so many new people because I think a lot of y'all came from Lucy's stream. Oh, Lucy's model is gorgeous. I think it's done by Cilia, if I'm not mistaken. Is it drawn by Cilia as well? I can't recall. But Cilia's work is astounding. I've purchased a bunch of her tutorials and study files, and they are so good for reference. They're so good. I like them. I like them quite a bit. Gotta water our streamer? Yeah. Gotta hydrate the streamer. E-Power. Thank you for the 100 shinies. Quick, did you see my animatic? It was in the show chat. No, I haven't seen it. I don't open Discord while I'm on stream. Unless the mods are trying to talk to me, in which case, yes. Yes, I do. because sometimes the mods tell me like if my volume is too quiet, if my setup is strange, you know, or something happens. Path of Death, I love your avatar. Thank you. Made it myself. I use that site to figure out if a pre-built PC would be more cost-effective back then there were shortages. Yeah. That's a great use for it. That is a great use for it. Crescent Chronicle. The hardest part is making sure the parts work together and inserting the RAM. That feels spooky. I'm so scared to insert the RAM. I'm afraid I'm gonna break something. That's Warcraft. I only make my own PCs. I wish we had a micro center in Canada. Ooh, that's so cool that you can make your own PCs. I want to be able to do that. I want to become more self-sufficient and capable and not have to rely on people to make things for me, if that makes sense. And it can be time consuming to learn and expensive to learn, but in the long run, I think understanding why something works is better for me and my mental health to than constantly paying for super expensive stuff because I don't know how it works and I'm relying on experts. Just like fair. Dingus would highly recommend avoiding Newegg if possible. They tend to have issues with quality and shipping stuff. Oh, really? Okay, good to know. Good to know. So that's the other thing. It's just like, I don't know how to check if a site is reputable for purchasing. I'd have to be really, really careful and look into it. RAM insertion is pretty easy. Jummy is very knowledgeable on computer hardware, so maybe asking her for part advice could help. Yep. A lot of the times when any of the goofs need help with computers, we will reach out to Jumpster and go like, do this work? What about this one? And she'll help us out. Very good. Myth, Sam, I need to learn how things work so I can utilize and fix them myself. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's fun. It is very fun. By the way, do you do VTuber model commissions? Was wondering about recommending you to a friend. Absolutely, Kurokage. If you do exclamation.coms like I just did, you can go to my card. It has all my pricing. It has a form that you can apply for. I do have people that I'm going to work on first, but your friend can absolutely still apply. Technically I close them August, but if your friend is looking for them, absolutely apply, and I can put them on a wait list if their stuff is rig ready, you know? Newegg used to be the #1 place, but it got bought out and took a nosedive. Oh no. Also, it's a marketplace like Amazon, so it has many questionable sellers, not its own sales. Everything's getting so hard. It's getting so hard to purchase anything from anywhere now, where it's like, I don't know the quality of this because they use the same images. They seem to have similar places. I don't know which company is real or not, and it gets very frustrating when I'm trying to build my own PC. I haven't tried yet, but like every time I look into it, I'm like, I don't know how reputable this is. Pappies, I'm an older OG gamer circa 1990 and got lazy over the years, so 30% of the labor became palatable. Fair. That is also fair. Some people don't have the time to invest in those things, so it's easier to pay a professional. That is absolutely what I did with my PC, because I didn't know enough, and in order to save time and money, it made more sense for me to pay for a professional to take care of it. Nowadays, you kind of just have to do it yourself. Yep. Nowadays, you got to do everything yourself, and you got to learn how everything is done. One problem with Newegg is refusing returns, claiming you broke something that came busted. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, that's not good. That ain't good. Little stretchies. But yeah, let's see. So let's go back to the art page. We'll go over what we finished today. No, Clip Studio, please behave. Clip Studio, please, my beloved. I beg of thee. There we go. Get rid of the effects for now. That way y'all can see a bit better. But yeah, so we finished the cutting stage officially. Next stage is to put it into Live 2D. So this model took me 9 hours to design, 18 hours to cut, and now we're going to see how many hours it takes to rig it. This is a extremely simple design. This is a very, very simple base. I would almost call it basic VTuber. Not necessarily the style, but just like how simple it is. There's very little jewelry or super complex accessories, not super complex hair, fairly simple, you know? And so, yippee! Means the rig is going to be a little simpler. Oh well, glad I made it before stream ended so I could say hi. I have to go again since new album Vultures 2 came out today, and I've been waiting for it after delayed 5 months, so I'm gonna do that. Have a good rest of stream. Thank you! I'm just wrapping up. Oh, I've had a real problem finding replacement balls for my mouse last month. Oof. Yeah, very specific parts can be very, very difficult to find. Remember, honey, you have to eat? Yeah, that's why I'm wrapping up about now. I have to eat some lunch. But yeah, so we finished off the cutting. I've added all the missing pieces. I put it into a Photoshop file. So it does look like this. Organized with everything turned on. Live 2D models look cursed. I don't know how to explain it. Other than, like, this is part of the process and it looks cursed. But this, don't worry. This is how it's supposed to look in the phase. And then it'll eventually look a little bit more like this. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't mind me just spending points. No worries, Sketch Gremlin. You do what you feel. But yeah. Love of God, avoid Asus products. Do not use them for your PC. Their customer service is terrible. Gotcha. Biblically accurate VTuber. Yeah, for real. For real. But yeah, so we're going to put this into Live 2D next week. So I think Monday would be a good day to do it. So I'm going to stream on Monday at around, let's say 10 a.m. PDT or 1 p.m. EST to do some art. So I'm going to be doing the rigging and putting it into Live 2D. So I'll show y'all how to do that, and then we go from there. Because yeah, if the cutting is all done, we're good to go. Ugh. Who are we visiting today? That's a great question. Who should we visit today? Ooh, okay. Imagine if we raid the Bob Ross channel. Could be fun. Could be fun. Actually, we can visit. I'm trying to look for another artist. Yeah. All right. Let's go visit. I think y'all will really like. Yeah. Don't throw too many suggestions. I want to make sure that the person I'm rating can potentially handle the amount of people that are in my stream, as well as, like, usually I try to go with someone with a similar vibe to the stream we've been having. So I think a good person to visit. Let me just make sure they're not ending stream right now, because I don't want to raid them as they're ending. Cuts your goblin raid. Let's see. What's a good raid message? I love Tonal Whiplash. It's so good. It's so good. Let's call this a. We can just call it an art raid. Bidness. Oh, that is true. Could you? Let's just call it an art raid for now. I think my brain is starting to lose focus, unfortunately. Oh, here's someone we can visit. Is she ending? I don't think so. Okay, cool. You do not have Lucy's vibe, but that's okay. Oh, absolutely. Lucy and I think we have very separate vibes. They're very different, and that is all right. There is nothing wrong with that. We're different people. Business art raid, yeah, we can keep it like that. Let's go visit Miss Lala because she's doing a charity event. She is raising money for the Sato survivors. A pause for a cause Tiltify link is in the description, so just chill, Take it easy. I'm sure she will explain it way better than I could possibly explain it in her stream. So take it easy. I will see y'all on Monday. Wait, where's the raid button? Turn off raids so no one raids me while I'm raiding. Alright. Miss Lala. Miss Lala. There we go. Yeah. Going to Raider for charity is a good idea. But yeah, we're gonna chill, take it easy over there. I'm gonna get some food. I can already feel my brain starting to like shut down because it's like, you need to eat. You need to eat. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me today. We got so much done. We finished cutting. I know I thought we finished cutting before, but I realized I was missing a couple pieces. So now I think we're finished cutting. Let's go, baby. Have fun over at Miss Lala's. She is also a VTuber who is diner themed. Very, very sweet. Very, very fun. Very friendly. I think y'all will like hanging out with her. She's very fun. But yeah, I will see y'all on Monday. We're gonna take it easy, do rigging, and then on Wednesday we're collabing with Gobulin, where she is playing Dark Souls for the first time, and I am just telling her which directions to go because it's very easy to get lost there. And then Friday we're playing Liza P. Yippee! Let's go, baby! Full weekday. Full week of streams. Well, not a full week of streams. The week is full. We got a lot to do. Alright, bye-bye! I will see y'all real soon. You take it easy, okay? Get some rest. You gotta rest. It's good for you. Alright, bye-bye!